This is the ITC Podcast, man.
Yo, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Dove.
It's your boy Ross.
Man, back at you guys with another episode, a strong, tough, dope episode of the ITC Podcast, man.
Yep.
I know y'all see us in a different location.
Yep.
But we got a couple of guests with us today, man.
For sure.
One that you, of course, always introduces himself and that you guys know very well. And another that we're introducing that you've heard this voice countless amount of times.
Yep.
You may even heard him while we was playing Lethal Company. But before we do get into that, let's look at our guests here. We got Chiseled and Kim.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm
Of
glad
course,
to be
Nisha.
here.
Of course,
And Nisha.
in the building, man.
I was gonna add her after because I was gonna do the whole visual thing. But
Okay.
of course, Sweetheart in there because she did have a lot of takes from some of the ideas and topics that we wanted to talk about today. So had to throw a wifey in there. But Chiseled,
Yeah.
you got to introduce.
Oh,
yourself,
you need,
man.
okay.
You gotta do that.
As always, for those who are unaware, get familiar. I am the diligent, vigilant, meticulous, sagacious, conscientious, analytical, methodical individual, the Chiseled Adonis. I think this is my sixth appearance, maybe seventh.
Don't get me with the numbers.
Up to six. I'm not sure. It's been
Not
some time.
6, 7.
I've been around for quite some time. I'm
Six,
glad to
get that.
be here. Glad to
Yeah,
be
no,
here. Not
man.
in Houston, but we in Austin.
Not in
Yeah,
Houston.
we in
not
Austin right now.
not
We in
not
Austin
Houston.
right- Hey.
Hey.
You know, you know.
And sitting beside him, I'm gonna let him introduce himself. Go ahead, man.
No, well, my name is Kim, everyone. I did play Lethal Company and Repo with these guys a
they
few
did.
times.
Oh, we did play Repo.
Yep. But no, I'm. This is my first time on the pod. I'm very excited, very happy to be here. And yeah, I'm just interested to have a good conversation.
Yeah, dope conversation. And y'all already know wifey in the building. Say what up to the folks.
Hey, what's up?
She in here kicking it with us today, man. Did have a dope list of topics to talk about, but you know, let's get loose, let's relax, let's chill. We are, you childish. She got too loose. She is childish. We are in Austin, Texas right now.
Yes, we are.
We are part of South by Southwest this weekend, man. So shout out to that, man. Have been enjoying ourselves.
Yep.
How have you guys been enjoying it so far? I mean, I think this is day 4 of the activities and just moving around the city. So how have y'all been enjoying it?
I mean, I've been loving it. South by Southwest was gracious enough to allow for all of us to come.
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
here doing some work for the Creators' Choice Awards. I'm a producer for that. We just had our ceremony last week, and the show went very well. And I'm also a content creator, so I'm covering movies, concerts. But the festival has been very well put together.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it has. What about you, Jizzle?
I'd say it's been tremendous so far. I mean, it was pretty cool. We had a chance to see a couple of screenings, so that was nice. And yesterday with the we went to the bar and had a chance to go chop it with some college students, some graduate students as well, just different people in film doing a bunch of different stuff. And it's a variety of stuff. Music showcase. So a big X plug. The night before Don Oliver as well. Chingy on
Chingy.
that was a random one. Chingy's out here. Right? Musical artist, film, television.
Bit of everything.
Everything, a little bit of everything. It's been cool, man. It's the first time in South by Southwest, but it's been nice.
Yeah, and the weather has been doing us right.
For sure. It hasn't been too bad. It's been dope. I hadn't been to South by in damn near over 10 years, but this was a dope experience to actually be a part of it, because last time I went, it was just, college spring break. So it's just some, checking out the scene, but this was like more on the content creation side of things and being able to check out some of these early screenings, meet dope individuals that are, well connected in different avenues, seeing some other content creators out there. This was really dope, man. And the food that we've been able to eat have been
cooking, bro.
Stupendously great. Fantastic.
Shout out to Whip My Soul.
Whip My Soul. I know it sounds like it's a crazy name,
very crazy.
but it's a black owned
so
spot.
they can get away with it.
Yeah. But man, food was fantastic. The place we went to today,
Cajun
Eats.
Cajun
Eats. Shout out to the homies at Cajun Eats.
That was
Black
really
owned
good.
by 2 twin brothers.
Yeah, that was really good as well. And then I think we went to Velvet Taco.
Twice.
Twice.
It's been the late night eats.
That's been our Whataburger.
Yeah, man.
For the trip.
It's been cool. The atmosphere just downtown, people, just enjoying themselves. So, I can really appreciate that. And y'all see I'm sure we're probably going to do like some type of vlog of everything that we experienced and, all the stuff that we were able to be a part of. But nevertheless, this was a dope trip, man. And we definitely enjoyed it.
Yeah, no. So far, again, this is day 4. What's been one of y'all like favorite things that happened so far since being at South by Southwest? Or the most memorable, funniest thing? I got something funny, but
I think being on the red carpet with Nick Jonas, because I didn't actually know that.
Yeah, I was gonna say it. I was gonna wait.
So I'm sitting there, literally getting some like questions from him. Like everyone's interviewing him, we're hearing him talk and everything. I'm taking pictures, and I don't even know who this dude is. And I'm sorry to say that. I'm like, and then it wasn't until I start posting on my story and people was like, yo, that was Nick Jonas. I'm like, Jonas? Oh, that dude, from a Disney Channel show when I was younger. So, and then I heard some of his music recently, obviously, and I remember who he was. So I didn't know who that was when I seen him in person.
Oh, that's crazy.
All right.
Because people was yelling though. I did kind of notice.
We just didn't know who it was.
Yeah, I wasn't close enough to notice.
Yeah,
I wasn't about to run over
when
there
we
either.
saw him hop out the truck, I just remember the color of the sweater.
Yeah,
and then
and
when
that's
I
when you
saw
showed
that must have been who they was yelling for. Funny enough, Paul Rudd just short
Ant-Man too,
happened to be out there as well.
Yeah, shout out to him, man. I didn't even notice him out there until I seen the picture.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh damn, he was out there.
Yeah, but he must have came, I guess,
At
a
a
little bit
different
after.
time.
He
Yeah,
came
because-
after Nick.
He had to.
I don't think he was in the same car as Nick. He probably had his
He
separate
had a
car.
separate
so
car,
he might
yeah.
have been in that in the big body that came in after.
Yeah,
While
we were like,
He was
who's
another
coming
one.
in
Yeah,
now?
yeah,
Who's
as
Him
we
and his
were
wife
crossing,
came
somebody
in.
else
Oh,
came
okay.
in.
And his bodyguard.
But no, it's been pretty tough, man.
I like
So,
the meetup we did yesterday.
the film one upstairs in the
where
hotel.
We're able to connect and get to know each other and kind of collab in a sense, maybe in the future, or be able to get contacts and stuff. I think that was really important.
Yeah.
Because that could be something that can portray your future. So I think that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
I think that was one of my
it
favorite
was
parts,
tough.
being able to connect and actually make a purpose for this trip.
Yeah,
Because some
people just
go-
walking up to
Yes.
you.
And that's the part I was like, I like the fact that it was very diverse. It was so many people coming up to each other, being able to just connect quickly and be able to take people's Instagrams and I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was global too. Now that I think about it, because there was
Exactly.
the man who was the musical producer. He was from India and he worked in a ton of Bollywood films. The young upstart who was from Ghana that we met. The young upstart was from Ghana.
And then the
guy
dude
from
I was
Hawaii
talking
that we
to.
met.
You guys
the
met
guy
somebody from
from
Hawaii. The
Korea.
graduate students, they were from
California.
Pennsylvania. No, there was a couple that was from California. They had a couple more that was their school was in Pennsylvania, and then some of them was from like their origins being from Asia. Coming in, their interest in film.
It was a lot. It was a lot of
It was
people.
global.
Yeah,
Very
and then
cool.
the guy from Hawaii, he said this was his first South by Southwest, and then I spoke to the dude from Korea that did he was working with these group of black dudes making niggas in Korea. I mean,
That's basically what it was.
Oh, right.
what was it?
It was Korean gangsters or
Gangsters in Korea.
Gangsters in Korea, yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Man.
And he was
You
from
know what it
Korea,
was.
too.
You know what it
Niggas in
was.
Korea,
Yeah,
basically.
pretty much.
And
Basically.
he was
The Wyans in Korea.
Yeah, I kept slipping
Yeah.
up. Because when he first said it, I'm like, oh, this niggas in Korea.
That's like Keith Ape, like the rapper Keith. I'm just thinking about that. That's why.
He
So,
said he's trying to get them signed and
so
He's
they
trying to get
are,
them-
yeah.
He's pushing, like, he's
Yeah,
trying to push,
their music.
Like Rich
produce,
Brian,
trying to get a
yeah,
producer.
those type guys.
Yeah, I mean, wait, what? I told him it was fun. It's a funny concept.
Yeah, it is.
That's one of those things where if I see it, I'm gonna click on it because it's like, man, what these niggas doing in Korea?
because he said he was trying to pitch it to other people to get
to-
money
to
to
fund
fund
it.
it. And
Right.
It was like, even with us listening to it, like we were just sitting on the couch with him talking.
Yeah, I
I
was
was
laughing.
laughing in my head because I'm like,
fun.
that would actually be live.
Right.
This meetup sounds
Right.
lit.
Yeah, so like I think
It's
the other
somewhere you
people
could
probably think the
crowdfund.
same as well.
Yeah,
And what was it? It's still around. Kickstarter still around?
Oh,
Kickstarter, where they do the crowdfunding?
I don't even know.
Yeah.
I know, because that event was by Rap. What is it?
What are you talking about?
The event we went to for
for
funding.
For the film?
Yeah, Rap Book.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was.
Rap book,
Yep,
yeah.
'cause they were
That is-
all over the tables and they were.
okay.
I was
Yeah,
like,
'cause-
they're definitely sponsoring this.
Yeah, yes. Because if they're looking for funding, like there's a ton of like that concept. You leverage social media. Like
Yeah.
I think that's been like the target
Yeah.
point for me. Whenever I ran into anybody talking to them about like what it is that we do, what I do is being able to leverage social
Yeah.
media. So there's so many people who is in film who want to be able to get their ideas out there.
Yeah.
But to a degree, I don't want to say they have like an archaic view, like
Yeah.
an old school view on everything, but a lot of times you leaving your idea on the table, not just saying, yo, you know what? Why don't we just record it?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then just start putting it out there.
Yeah.
And then maybe you could get a bit of visibility.
Yeah.
Not to say that you know, ultimately it's wrong for how they're going about it, but that's an avenue that's always there.
People don't know how vast. And
Right.
what you were saying about Kickstart, I'm sure they still have it. I was thinking Rap Book was a form of, I think they did some type of Kickstart. I didn't know.
Okay.
But I did tell them I was going to look into it because that was my first time remembering about the company. But yeah, I mean, I don't think people understand how powerful social media can be. Just the platforms. Like, bro, people go viral on like TikTok and all of this stuff. Kim actually got a few videos that went viral on TikTok, man. So give it. I see you. Go ahead, man. Go on.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Appreciate you
But
guys,
it's
man.
possible, you know. What I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, but how was that though? Like when you see numbers like that go up and go crazy, because in the conversation of people never knowing what's gonna go viral, what is your reaction from that?
So I'll never forget it. We were fresh off a DreamCon weekend, and I was on the phone with a friend of mine by the name of Vimma, and there was this. So Streamer University was in Akron, Ohio, and that's where I'm from.
Yeah.
So I did a cooking with Kaya type video where I explained some of the drama that was going on online, but in a storytelling fashion. Not in like a catty, get your tea, get your snacks, I'm just here to gossip. It was more just this is actually what happened. I don't have an opinion on any of this, and this is the facts.
Gotcha.
I looked for a thumbnail and I said, hey, does this thumbnail sound good? He was like, yeah, man, I think you should go ahead and post it. I posted it that night. It got like 789, like 800 views. And the most I'd ever gotten was like, I don't know, 2,000 or 3,000 before that on like a kind of a clickbait type of video that I did like 3-4 years ago. So I let it go. I got off and I said, no one gives a crap, right? And I remember it wasn't until I'm in the parking lot at my business and I see that it's at 21K. So the first person I called was him, and I'm like, Warren, and I'm like, yo, what the hell? Dub,
All right, come
my bad.
Yeah. All right. Come on.
Yeah, well, hey, do you call? Like, it was Dub.
saying.
But the first person I called was Dub, and I'm like, yo, what the heck, bro? You did say that numbers can go crazy. So that started going crazy, but it didn't stop. It didn't stop until it hit like 1.2 million, and I'm like, wait a minute. So now I actually have the ability to have people hear me. And then I started just telling a bunch of stories. I learned a trick with the filmmaking community that what people don't do when they talk about movies, because everyone is a movie critic, everyone reviews movies.
Yeah, true.
You know, no one is actually explaining what's happening in that movie, right? So for instance, a good concept would be like the rabies virus in primate. No one wanted to explain what that actually was and what happened to the monkey.
Damn, bro, you just spoiled it for me.
What? No, that was in the bio. It's in the bio. It's in the bio. But no, I'm just saying that the explanation videos.
Yeah. They don't.
People love to hear about what they watching.
Yeah.
And that got numbers and stuff too. But it just gave me hope as a content creator.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
No, that's tough.
No, that's good.
But people don't really understand how vast. Because like once that happens, you become more popular in their feed, right?
That's true.
And
I'm
they can click on you more.
not used to that either. There was like a few people that came up to me in the last like 6 months and asked for pictures because they had seen a video or something. And
Oh, that's cool.
That's
It's
tough. That's
very-
awesome. Look at you, Kim.
Celebrity Kim.
Right.
Celebrity Kim.
I honestly,
man.
no. All humbleness, man. I
a
never
Houston reference.
expected any.
You
'cause
know.
I'll say this from a personal standpoint. All of my friends, associates, acquaintances, those have been the people that are having people come up to them saying, hey,
that's tough.
so when it's me, it's like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah, nah. I mean, it's a different bag now, isn't it? Yeah, but I mean, But that's a dope story, bro. And it just to kind of put into perspective that, hey, if you are creating something, if you are trying to do something, even with this film, whatever it is, even products that you create, like fam, you have platforms now where you can be your own media coverage. You know what I'm saying? And I think movies and stuff like that realize that because, you know, you got to compete now with social content. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes they steal it.
Well, I want to touch on what you just said. There's a new lick in the film industry where what they're doing is they're actually contacting content creators for that niche. So for instance, like the movie Him, right? You guys cover sports. They would reach out to someone in your niche bracket and say, hey, can you do a couple promotional videos for him, right? And make some stuff about football or just whatever. And then that does 200,000-300,000 views. And now they just tapped into a community and that community just did all the promotional work. Right? Yeah. They're doing that now instead of going to commercials on TV and stuff. Cause they're like, if we want a movie to shake and it's going to be about Hot Wheels and Legos, let me go to a Hot Wheels and Legos creator or a sports creator. That's the new thing. So A24 are reaching out, Neon's reaching out, you know what I'm saying? Whatever studio in that niche, they're reaching out to content creators. So all you content creators out there, if you want to make an extra bag and you like TV and film, look out for those studios, man.
Yeah, that's really informational. You know what I'm saying? That's tough because just thinking about it, there's a lot of movies that have so many different concepts that people, there's all kind of, you know, types of videos out there on YouTube, like you said, sports. You got health and fitness. You got wrestling. You got people that do the makeup, tutorials, like electronics. You know, it's so much.
It's a lot.
It's so much, and it's like they need us more now, but they're trying to kind of shield it like they don't. So they'll try to, you know, send you an email or they'll try to lowball you with the amount. Bro, you see how much these people be paying to be on TV in these commercials? Like, bro, they saving.
Yeah.
Bro, they got money to throw out there.
They just don't want to give the power away, man.
Marketing is the most powerful thing ever, bro. It's down to psychology. How crazy marketing is.
Like where we were talking earlier about when you build out a platform and you have your own audience. And Cam just mentioned how you're getting access to somebody's audience who weren't exposed to your product at first. So given that's the case, archaic television commercials, like you have no actual demographics for who's watching. Like you can look at, some of the Nielsen ratings, like, between people who are between these ages are probably watching, but that's just based off of who's registered on the account. I could be an 80-year-old person but never watch TV, but my family does. So there's no way to actually get those demographics in contrast to somebody's social media where all the analytics are there. So now you could have somebody who has an all-female audience, but you're marketing like a sports movie. Traditionally, if women aren't going in droves to go and check this out, if you're able to go and market that through that female content creators channel, now you get access to this whole new audience of people. So if you're smart, that would be the perfect avenue to go into to go and market. And it's really, it goes back to like how tremendous now with social media, being able to go build your own platform, get in front of people and eliminate the middleman that has been a problem for people, because gatekeeping has been around for years. You can almost eliminate the gatekeepers to where now you build out that platform, you have all the leverage. And as long as you don't, unfortunately, sell yourself out to like a network for like any particular deal and lowball yourself, you'll at least be able to get yourself a kickback.
Most certainly. I mean, but that's the thing, bro. It's just like people got to want to do it. That's why, like, a lot of times now I be kind of like annoyed by people, like especially teens that be lazy or that don't really be like, I don't know what I want to do. Cause it's like, bro, there's so many things out there that you could be privy to. Like, fam, you don't even have to do content. I was telling Nisha that the other day, I was like, we were talking cause she was talking about some different ideas and stuff. And I said, man, you don't realize like people don't even necessarily have to be super knowledgeable in making videos. What it is what everything you interested in, whether it's building, whether it's whatever, do that if that's what you love. And then record it. Get somebody else to edit it. You know what I'm saying? And then now you've done your hobby craft or whatever, if that's your business. But now you also did a tutorial. You can do a tutorial on how to do it. Would you get crazy views online? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even see how people don't even be like tapped into that, and especially the young people.
That's
like
why the barbers
for those
and the
that's not.
hairstylists now, they all picking that up. They got their cameras.
Yep.
You can't
Oh,
even
yeah.
go to a hair studio now without
that
musician
ring light.
having
Yeah,
the
ring
ring
light.
light and the camera recording
I wouldn't
you.
be surprised if they had like whenever you go to like a party, they got the 360 camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if the barbers now, they don't start
Yep.
to incorporate
Dude.
that. So you get like the full
might wanna keep
shot
that idea.
around, you know?
You might want to keep that idea. That's kind
Yeah,
of loud.
Never
maybe.
been done
Yeah.
yet.
We were just talking about.
He said it on the ITC podcast, like, it's 10%. If
Oh, man.
If so.
The barbers in a 360. Hey, you heard him. He said,
No,
no, but
why don't we cut that?
that's for us. That's us.
Take that out.
But no, we were just talking about that and how like we were bridging the gap between like an older type of barber and like these new gen, like these guys
yeah.
who have 350,000 followers, they can charge 300 and 250 because of their following. Where there's somebody who doesn't understand social media that might be sitting there and being like, oh man, dude, I'm the price is going up, but no one knows you. And it's not that people, you don't have
marketing.
value, but the way the world sees you is if you don't have a following, you don't have value. I have a family member
That's so sad.
that,
Crazy, bro.
well, it's true. Well, I have a family
That's
member
why I said it's
that
so
went
sad,
through,
but so true.
Visibility.
yeah, right.
Everything.
Yeah.
He went through a pretty sensitive case, but basically it was a likeness of image that had been used inappropriately without the proper contracts. And what they did in order to dismiss the case, because they were heavy hitting lawyers, like these were big dogs.
Yeah.
They basically were just like, hey, let's see your taxes. How many social media followers do you have? And when they did the numbers, they were like, oh, you only made like what, 5,000 on paper? So you're not worth shit. And we didn't steal anything. And therefore, even though we broke the law, we're not giving you a lick of the sales of this product that we sold with your name and image. That's exactly what they did. And it crippled him. I mean, it broke him. And he spent 4 years paying XYZ out to lawyer fees to try and seek, justice, not reparations, but justice for this.
Yeah.
And this was someone from our community that this happened with. So it was like, damn.
I appreciate you for not saying the name.
That
We don't want to go viral.
Never. We don't want to go viral.
Because I know who you talk about. So.
You know what I'm talking about. But
Who you talking about?
No, we're not going viral. But I'm just saying your name and your
That's my
value is
favorite.
based off of your.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I mean, it's crazy. It just seemed like one of them episodes from one of them shows that used to come out. What was it? Black something.
Blackish?
Black Mirror?
Black Mirror.
Ooh.
Like
Black Mirror,
one of them episodes where they were walking around with like their follower count or something.
Oh,
like that.
yeah,
They
yeah,
get
yeah.
likes or something on their forehead. And it's just
Yeah.
like, but the more and more you start to go year by year,
That's
you
crazy.
seeing like a little bit of reality from a lot of those things.
I don't care
And-
how many followers you have. I'm not paying no
Right.
digit.
Right.
Haircut. You kiss
Right.
my ass. I don't
That's
care.
crazy.
You can have 1 million followers. What they got to do with my haircut?
I'm telling you,
What
bro.
they got to do with me?
Even my
that's what I'm trying to figure
barber,
out.
my personal barber, he was like, hey, bro. It's gonna be $100 now, and I'm like, yo, you just got your license like
Type
3
in
weeks ago.
YouTube how to do
never
a
see-
taper fade.
Wait. Did you just say he just got his?
He just
barber
got his license like 2
Type
times.
in
Wait, so
YouTube.
how long you been cutting your hair?
He had been cutting my hair for like 3 years, even when he
Without
wasn't
a
supposed to
barber
be, because I was like, hey, look, I'm gonna give you a shot.
Then you gonna
Hey,
charge
bro,
me the
hell no.
non-license fee? Hell no, bro. I ain't coming to you.
The prices. You was doing this illegal.
That man,
Now
I
I'm
could have. You could have did, but I was just like, it's his business. I'm gonna respect his.
He already snitched.
So you paid the $100 already?
No,
Sorry,
no, we
out there.
negotiated that. But he's like, for
now
other
what's-
people,
Wait, what's the negotiation price?
80.
Hey,
it was 65.
Hey, that's
hey,
That's crazy.
that's
I ain't gonna hold you. I was gonna ask y'all that because
60.
What y'all pay for haircuts?
here's the problem. I don't even know if he gonna ever watch this. My barber now, I love the homie, bro. Nah, it's just I
Shop there.
got 2 boys.
Oh yeah.
All 3 of them went to the barbershop. Wait, I didn't hear. I was rolling on the phone because he took
Bro.
the boys to the barbershop, right?
Yeah.
And he said the barber told him the total.
He was in the
Hey
triple.
man, I got a
I
family
don't
to take
know
care
back
of.
here anymore.
If
in the triple, bro.
it's nearing the 200s.
No,
Oh, okay.
But it's still a lot.
I got a
higher than
family
150?
to take care.
it's 105.
105.
Wait, per person?
No, for all three of them.
Nigga, we wouldn't even be talking about
what we
this.
talking about?
I would have unbuttoned that.
Hey, y'all remember that barber on stream that said,
Your boy's a kid.
Yes.
So what's the kid?
So 105.
So that's the
Like
part.
15, 20.
How you break that down?
One of them is a
kids-
7-year-old.
The kids went up to, it was 25, but now they're 30 for kids.
Kids is 30.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I said.
Wow.
So
So-
Josiah got
great.
that
Okay,
little
so
African hair,
Yeah.
so it grow back every week. Josiah,
Yeah, you
so
gonna have to give
and you
them
gotta
that
get the
final
cuts.
bat. Just-
So it's about 400 a month then, essentially.
I'll see you next
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
And then-
Like-
Oh, he don't even want to.
So the problem is,
See, the homie,
the
though,
boys
I'm-
get
I'm
haircuts
conflicted, bro.
once a week because their
Hey,
hair
sometimes
grows
gotta be
back.
separation.
So
I'll
think about that 105 every week. That's like $400.
That is. That's a bill. That's a
It's
bill.
not every week though, because we do too. I just edge them up the next week.
Yeah, if you
because
yeah,
the edge
yeah,
up,
right,
keep
right,
them
you
looking
edge up.
fresh until the
Yeah.
haircut that
Sometimes
week.
He
some
gotta
edge
work
up
with you,
should
though,
not
and
be
you
doing
gonna get.
nothing.
See, here's the concept,
But
right?
it's like you don't want to knock the hustle because
No, because think about it. Look at it like this, right? Because I'd rather get $10 15 times rather than $80 2 times. And it's like people
Wait.
don't look at things like that. Where it's like,
wait.
I'd rather get the 80 twice.
Calculate
I get
that.
an
okay,
extra
stop.
$10.
You get what I'm
Wait a
saying?
minute,
Hold on.
hold on.
That analogy was wrong.
No.
Get that
What's
$8.
that?
He said
He said
$10,
so 10 times 15.
That's 150.
That should be
Well,
150.
80 times 2.
80 times two.
I'm
is
sorry.
160.
That's all right. Okay, how about we do this?
I know, man.
I'd rather get $25. I'd rather get $25 15 times than 80 twice. That's $375. So I'm saying if it's consistent, right? If the price was right and he came,
Yeah,
like
that's definitely a
No,
clip.
here's what you got to do. Here's what he can.
Damn,
do.
bro.
I get what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
Here's
We
what
get-
you possibly
I
can
get
do.
you. I get
If
you.
you try to broker, although it's crazy, but I think there was one barbershop that did it. If you try to broker like a monthly like subscription kind of situation,
Yeah,
like, hey
yeah.
man, unlimited cuts or a certain amount of cuts for a period of time.
I would like that better.
This
That
particular
would be
fee.
better, actually.
At that point, now you could actually get a good deal out of it.
Yeah.
You can go all
I think
month
$30,
just get your
right?
haircut.
Because I
Yeah,
think
that's
$30 on a
actually
kid's
better.
head is crazy.
Yeah, it
I
is.
think that's outrageous.
well, remember
Because
the
if that's the case, the adult is what 40? Is 45?
60, right?
45 and then
44 a haircut
not
if you
counting,
do
so
the
you
beard,
probably get $5
$45.
tip or whatever. the
Okay,
case
yeah,
may be
you
on the
always
way
tip.
out. So since that's the case,
I
it's
mean,
crazy.
I mean,
I always believed in me coming consistently.
it's the tip.
Nah, like, bro, if I'm paying a certain amount,
Yeah.
that's
All
the
the
tip.
time.
I'm gonna be honest
I
with
mean, but do y'all remember that barber on stream with who I forget who it was, but he was like, it's gonna be like 2,500 or something like that.
Yeah, I think I've
and
seen
and
that.
he was so dead serious. Like
yeah.
he
'Cause he was on stream, and I think he knew he was like a popular streamer, so
Yeah.
he just went with the it's
Oh,
gonna
he
be
got
25.
Oh, it was
You got
Big
hustle.
Lou, wasn't it?
20 some I don't
Oh,
maybe
he got-
oh yeah, he was with
25
Zias on
He got
Zias and them.
hustle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay,
His
yeah.
reaction through.
I think Zias looked like.
Flip phone?
He's like,
He
you
stopped
so-
his whole
No,
stream.
I don't know.
He said, "Wait."
He said, wait, are you
Hold
so
up, wait.
serious right now?
Yeah.
I was like,
He's like, yeah, he was, I'm dead ass. Like, I ain't going nowhere or
He said,
something
"Oh,
like that.
You
You
about to
about
go
to-
viral.
Oh no, you gonna go
Right.
somewhere?
You gonna go somewhere.
Out the fuck my
Hey,
house.
go ahead and cut them cameras.
Yeah.
No, he didn't
Hey.
even cut it. He said, "Wait," and he told the dude, "He said, oh, you about to go viral."
Bro,
Yeah, facts.
25.
Even
'Cause I'm
bro-
sure he didn't say that when he was coming over
'cause
there to get his hair.
I guess they were in that situation. You try to pressure him because
he
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
You were on
thousands of
stream.
people.
You were on stream.
That's
trying
why
to-
I would
Now
have
you're
said the
not
same
about to
thing.
hustle
Hey,
me
bro,
out
this about to be a viral moment. 'Cause
Yeah, bro.
That's not what we talked
Because
about.
didn't he even
Yeah.
come down and say, shit, I would have even did like 500 for you or something like that? Didn't he even like come down for the
What
dude?
it did, but the price was discussed before the
Boy,
stream.
yeah,
that's
bro.
it.
You go a penny higher,
It's
it's
up.
gonna be a problem.
I'm gonna have a free haircut.
This will be your last cut.
have a free
Yeah,
haircut,
facts.
bro.
Ain't no way.
Facts.
It's
That's
gonna
it.
be your last cut. There's
Yeah,
no
bro.
way.
So it doesn't.
25?
It's just I like my barber now. Like he's real cool and stuff like that. And the barbershop I go to actually do something dope. I think they say every Tuesday they actually do like a men's mental health meeting.
Okay.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
They,
That's
they,
positive.
they let
That's
them
good.
know, and they just let dudes. They say they close down. They close the shop, let the gentleman come in, and then they just let everybody vent off how they feel. And I'm like,
That's tough.
you know what I'm saying?
We
So
need
it's
that.
like one of
That's
the
good.
things. But when the price is going up, it's like
See,
we get
that-
some
that's
slack
there?
I gotta
how
decide
long
what
has-
kid
as long as it
doing
been
what.
cutting your head.
What, three, maybe 2?
Was it because you became
Yeah, it
like,
probably is a year.
bigger on social media? You think he went up?
Nah.
I think maybe 2 years now.
Probably 2
Okay.
years.
Okay. So if y'all cool, y'all have a relationship there, I think if you can possibly talk to him about like a monthly
Yeah.
Try to see if you could set something up there
For you.
And ultimately, like, because obviously
would
I
have
don't
to
know
be a
their
monthly
business.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know their business. So there could be stuff for which rent could be going up 3% every
that's what I
single
think it
year. That
is.
could be a situation where stuff
I think
happens.
it's probably
so
rent.
can be done in that situation. Either you can talk to them about potentially like a monthly situation. Now, if they don't got no customers who do it, so you're gonna be the first one doing it. So
Set the
you have a
record,
bit
huh?
of leverage of a blank sheet of figuring out how much it costs and how to make it work out. But overall, just like, all right, it's a tough spot.
So
This
what
kid's
if
head.
the monthly amount is a lot higher than the amount you will be paying? Like,
Oh, then is it- then
he
it's
said,
just going into a bad deal,
amount
so-
that he would pay.
Well,
Yeah, it's like final
I mean,
debt, I
my
appreciate you.
first initial answer to it was this. I started YouTubing again,
Yeah.
doing the fades, because
Right.
I already have like some barber equipment. It's just time consuming.
It is.
Yeah, that's
my
my
Well,
son's
to be
hair.
fair,
He used to cut Isaiah's hair fresh. Looked like Isaiah went to the barbershop.
But it's just
But he
time
just
It's
said it was
time
too much.
consuming.
He said he
Yeah.
started
and
getting
delegation is always a thing.
Yeah,
but
like-
see, to
Yeah.
agree with him on what he said though, like I think a subscription that could work, and like I don't know, like I think even social media, like when I asked
trying
you
to
if he
take that
went up,
advice.
well, no, because I'm thinking, like, all right, for instance, a relative of mine, when Kai was in Akron, they did Kai's cuts, and I think they did it all on stream or whatever.
Oh, tough.
They didn't charge none of them.
Nothing
don't-
more. I mean, you
they
shouldn't.
just
If that ain't
did
your
what they
normal
did,
price.
right?
Right.
Shouted them out, gave them some publicity.
That's more than money.
And it was like, okay, Terry, appreciate you, whatever, et cetera, and we cut the hair and whatnot. So, yeah, maybe a subscription. I kind of want to do this now. The
I
subscription.
know.
What
I
would
know.
you?
I saw your eyes light up when he
What
said
would you?
that.
Well, hold on.
No,
let me
but
ask you.
Yeah, what would be the price? That's
Yeah.
what
What
I
would be the
wanna know.
price?
subscription
Well,
every single-
overall, because considering
I go every other day.
because
Yeah.
if you're
Yeah, bro, I saw you here
averaging,
the other day.
Hey, bro,
All
look.
right. I'm
because
got
the
a
way to make the
subscription.
deal make sense
We
is
need to come up
you
with a
would
price.
ultimately have it to where if you're averaging 4 cuts a month or 3 cuts a month,
Twice.
you would have the subscription at like what would be the price of 2.5.
Yeah,
and
instead
then
of-
but judging by the customer. As long as you're not somebody who's like trying to overly take advantage.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like, oh, I was getting
Like
a cut,
every day, like-
once a week.
I've never
maybe
seen you come in here
once
2-3
every 10
times a
days.
week.
Now I'm
You
like,
must
hey, man,
like me, huh?
I'm in here, 3 times a week. Like, come
Yeah,
on now, what
yeah,
we doing?
facts.
So you just got to figure out where there's a little bit of money that's being saved, but you're paying out a higher commitment, and it's got to be a situation where it's paid like up front.
Yeah.
Like, oh, first of the month, bam, here's your money for the
Yeah,
month.
yeah.
So
That
at least
ACH
it's
coming
covering
out.
it ahead of time.
Yeah.
So that's where it can
That
make
has
sense,
to
and it's
be
What
Return,
about 5 times a month, right?
That's OD though.
That's a
What'd
lot.
you say?
Because four times
Is
is
it once a week?
kind of like, all
every
right.
other
So
week.
5 times mean you're adding an extra.
So okay, 4 times a week for about 250, maybe 275, 280. Because think about it, you cut the 400.
kept going up. 250,
Yeah,
275.
275, 280.
Mine's are about $60. So 60 times.
How much you tip?
60.
It
40?
it depends.
$60.
They get to that one. They get to that 100.
Hey, you know what, my barber? If
you
you
bet.
watching this, I love you to death. But your neck and your beard and cut, man. Yeah, bro. 60 is a lot.
Wait, because when I would go to Jersey,
He told him when he was
right, like it was $60 over
Austin
there.
fucking
Like
Jersey.
my haircut now, it's 35.
yeah.
Right, my haircut now. It's
Oh,
Shout out to
New
you,
York?
bro.
yeah, New York,
Hey, New York,
yeah.
of all
They got
places.
these
No, wait.
prices.
Listen to him. It's
Yeah.
the same?
Technically, it's 25 for me.
Yeah,
bro,
you
I'm
got
about to
20 'cause you
leave,
got
bro.
more.
Ain't no
You
way,
got-
bro.
Yeah, that's the homie. Yeah.
you got a
But I
homie.
always pay
Shout out
more.
to-
so I
Right,
always
right,
pay
'cause
more,
it-
so.
See, I would tip more if it.
Yeah, I
If
would
you have
tip more.
familiarity,
That's the homie,
if
yeah.
you have familiarity
I
with
tip
somebody,
too.
then you could
Bro,
be able. It's like, yo, I got you on
$65
So
the
that's
tip.
how your guy. You've been knowing him. For
Oh my
No,
God,
this one is
bro.
new because from new neighborhood that I went into.
That
So
is
we
impressive.
getting
These
close.
barbers are out of pocket, bro.
I give them 40, every
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
But there were times in which I'd go to different barbers where if it was like 60, but I was only over there temporarily. Like I would see you a couple of times, like in the total amount of times, I probably got my hair cut maybe there 7 times, but I would be going to different sort of barbers
Yeah.
if my original barber was kind of,
Booked up.
unavailable. So since that's the case, you have a bit of options. But if there's a set location where it's like yourself, especially if you got a family,
Yeah.
I think you gotta like see if you can approach
it out.
potentially,
Yeah.
because I know from my father when it was myself, my brother, and my dad, we'd all go get a cut somewhere. He paying for everything.
Yeah.
So naturally, if it were to have reached 100, we going to whoever's gonna get everybody the ball head for $15.
The ball head.
So
Chili
I
Bowl.
get it. I get it. 'Cause
Well,
Chili Bowl
in
family, I think, yeah.
Houston, they had the little barber schools.
Yeah.
And they'll go and the people that are like practicing and
Yeah, yeah.
Hey,
You gotta be the
my
test
mom
head.
used to take my brothers and
Oh yeah,
Barber
the $4, the
Barber-
$4.
It'd be
Yeah.
like $4.
Yeah.
You coming out with the Nike sign.
Yeah.
Boy, edge up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
done
you
see
Yeah, the
it.
barber college. You might be cut a little bit, but you know they doing they
Oh, they used to
practice.
slice me up. Edge up, be clean. As that afternoon comes, just brown.
Oh man,
little-
that alcohol hits you. Ooh.
Looking like Cody Rhodes, man. The blood coming out. It's like Ric Flair. So,
Yeah.
and stuff.
Ooh, speaking of Cody Rhodes,
Yeah.
I love that you said that. What do y'all think about what happened with him? And
I think.
let me
Randy
Go ahead,
Orton?
you go first.
Let me
sis.
tell you. Okay, so for one, this is going to be Cody's fourth consecutive, well, really five, because he had the two main events at 40, but it's going to be his fourth consecutive WrestleMania main event. And primarily where the WWE Championship's on the line. And I felt like they kind of forced it
So
because you had Randy and Cody, they're both faces. They have a relationship.
Yeah.
We all know we were anticipating when the time would come where they have their face off.
Yeah.
You have Randy go and he, before we even get to Randy going and turn a heel, you got Cody taking the title off of McIntyre when this should have happened. Well, McIntyre should have won the title at WrestlePalooza, so you give him somewhat of a lengthier
A little
reign.
more time.
Because what was the purpose of the delay? We kept seeing McIntyre lose and lose and lose, and it wasn't even a redemption story kind of build for him.
Yeah.
It was just one of those, like, he always felt like he was getting cheated out or something was happening, but he was losing clean.
Yeah.
And there was moments where Cody would use the title or whatever the case is, but they delayed everything.
everything, man.
Elimination Chamber comes around. Randy wins the chamber. Cody's in the chamber and loses. You lose the match. Bro, you ain't got no chance.
No chance. But Nick Aldis comes in and says,
Gives him the match.
After the
now
contract.
he wins said title. And now we got Cody, Randy for WrestleMania, and you turn Randy heel.
Yeah.
Immediately.
No words, no explanation. He just snaps. You would assume it goes into like the 09 voices in it.
Yeah.
But it feels like they just needed one of the two to be heel.
Yeah.
And if you're judging by the actions in the build-up to get to this point, Cody was the natural person who you'd go and turn heel, but he's too big of a baby face with the kids and the women. They didn't want to do it, so you just forced Randy to turn heel for the first time in 5 years. It just felt forced. They went through Mania with both of them as faces and then flipped Randy.
there's
but
no buildups anymore.
was no need.
I want to say this real quick. Or you want to go first, Russ?
Well, just to expound on that, I think for them, it's all about trying to counteract Roman and CM Punk. That's it.
see.
They're going for the moment,
Yeah.
like they've done so many times in the past. And it's a great moment. It's viral. Everyone's talking about it. People are excited because people wanted to see this side of Randy for such a long time. When you really sit back and think about it, yeah, they did rush it because they've been telling this story for how many years?
Couple of years
Randy
off.
always
Couple
just looking at the title.
Over a year and a half.
It's
Ever
been,
since the title.
it's been a very long time. So I understand the story of that, but at the same time, I think them just doing it off the cuff because they know they're trying to sell more tickets. They're trying to get more people to be hyped up about this. You can tell they rushed the heel turn. I think if you would have build up to it, start planning, like really start planning them seasons, because you got 5 weeks. You can still start getting to that mode of, all right, Randy's starting to lose it. Because he's the one thing I did like that they did, and I wish they could have kept expounding upon until he sent them to the upper room, was the whole, this wasn't supposed to be you.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be Drew.
Right.
I like that because that shows he's fighting it.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want to do what he's about to do. Imagine if you built that at least a couple weeks before WrestleMania where it's getting closer and you could see it.
'Cause you know
and
he's gonna
starting to fight it, and then finally he snaps. Then it's like, oh shit. Now the only problem is, of course, people be like, oh, this is a boring build. Because, you know, people know instant gratification. Even though they say they don't, they do. They want to be instantly gratified because everyone's talking about Roman and CM Punk. So I get why they rushed it. But from a story point, same thing with John Cena last year.
Yeah.
You could have had probably one of the craziest moments, even though we had the legendary moment, which, you know, him turning heel at Elimination Chamber, which no one will ever forget. Imagine if they would have slowly started cooking that, and then he turned at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Even if you don't have The Rock, that's fine. No one would give a fuck. Travis Scott, still, no one will really care because the story will be, wait a minute, he won his 17th by cheating?
Yep.
Yeah.
So if you're going to do that, if you're going to have Randy go to this, start listening to the voices, I think just waiting a couple more weeks would have been better. But nevertheless, I still enjoyed it for what it was because that was, I mean,
it was brutal.
He beat, he beat the crap out of him.
I wish he had more swings. On the chip.
Yeah. Just to really hammer the point, like, hey, bro, I'm sorry. The voices, they want, and then afterwards he just seemed detached and like he didn't know what
He didn't even,
like what he
committed
like,
to
he
the
didn't
role.
really do.
What did you
what he did.
Right.
Like, what did I
Well,
fucking do?
Piggyback a bit off of that after you go. No, I want you to go now. Piggyback
So
on that.
the one thing I'm going to say, and this is something I've noticed with WWE more so recently, kind of post WrestleMania 40, right, is that they're not actually, they say they're building long-term stories, but what's really happening is they're pivoting when they see that the trash that they're putting out isn't actually working. And they're just, like how you said,
In real time.
he watched Randy just sit there like, oh, what am I doing? Like this, bro, there's nothing here. This could have been something that was built in advance, or it could have been something like, you know, how about you just have Randy and Cody go up against each other, right? And just let them be what they are. And then by SummerSlam, there's like a full feud. But this was supposed to be WrestlePalooza. Drew could have been, you know what I'm saying, who he needed to be. But there's these creative decisions that are being made in this writer's room. And you're like, what is going on? Like, why is Jade not defended this time? She only defended it once. And she got it, back, when did she get that title? On SmackDown, or some random episode of SmackDown?
Well over 100 days ago. She's been champion for some
What
time.
are we doing?
But she really hasn't had anybody to compete with, just like with them having
Meechin,
Jordan Gracie.
B-Fab, and like who's going to take this seriously because they haven't given those two an opportunity to really legitimize themselves. If you wanted to make the champion look strong and actually have a situation where the people are on the edge of their seat for television match, you want them to actually have a
Chance, a fighting
opponent
chance.
who is like, oh, if I'm defending the title, you might lose it. You can't just have a bunch of cakewalks. But to double down on what you were saying regarding where it's not supposed to be you, it should have been Drew. We've seen Mania builds. I'll go back to Rock Austin, WrestleMania 17. 4 weeks. It was 4 weeks. Because Kurt Angle lost the title to Rock at No Way Out. And he had 4 weeks to Mania 17. Albeit you had SmackDown and Raw, so it was 8 shows in between. But you have Jacob Fatu, who's a wild card. If Drew still remained, or say Drew loses, or he was still the title, or he still had the championship, and Cody was still chasing. If you had a situation where it's like Randy's going after that title and he's trying to continually get after Drew, Cody trying to get his title back is getting in the way. You can see Randy, we've seen Randy come to Cody's aid countless different times in the past as well. You could have it to where it's like the same thing that happened with Jacob, where he came in at the steel cage to come and attack Drew.
Cody,
Ultimately, Cody pulled him off. Then he's attacking Cody.
That was amazing.
Champion. You could have had it to where Cody keeps getting in the way, and now Randy, like he's like, yo, you gotta stay out of the business. It's like, yo, the WWE title, that's my business. And naturally, now you forced my hand into it. Versus a situation where it's like it's just a random, Friday. We just dapped it up. Man, we had a moment. You're my mentor. I had my first match on TV. Man, it was a cool moment, and I just flipped for no reason.
When I went and saw the clip, I don't watch WWE like that, but all I saw was a beatdown.
That's no reason. For
that's
no
all I
reason.
saw. So
I respect you, Randy Orton. I
love you, Randy. Whoa, what is this?
I
There was
adore
so much
you.
blood everywhere.
You could tell what was about to happen to him.
Seconds ago.
Yeah, they were.
How could you tell?
The writing was on the wall. When we watched the reaction later afterwards, it was just like, the saxophones are playing loud for Cody.
They had been ringing.
Cody can't even hear him.
He can't hear him?
He can't hear him. I'm like, oh. And the funny thing is, it's like every WrestleMania season for the past 3 years on the road to WrestleMania, Cody is getting packed up and bloodied on the road to WrestleMania every time.
Wait, it was The Rock, right?
Yeah.
Rock,
Then it
first
was
Rock,
which was,
Roman.
that was peak. Oh my God,
Cena.
right?
Yeah, but the Rock, what made,
It was a lot
what
going
made
on.
Rock's so cool, and
Oh
I
my
said this
God.
is why I
It's the
felt like
final
last
boss
year they
mode,
dropped the ball.
Yeah.
Because Rock was doing things independent of the
Television shows,
because you
yeah.
had the promos that was on social
Twitter.
media.
20-minute promos just
20-minute
talking
promos.
shit.
Yeah.
I was
And
like,
Cody Crybaby's
Man,
like,
and what was beautiful about it was
so
you
good,
didn't
bro.
need this to be, although it could be scripted, but you saw the creativity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this, I'll never understand why they're not leveraging social media. We saw a little bit of it when they were
said
doing
that.
Jade
I said that.
and
Yeah.
Rhea, and then all of a sudden it took a shift because they made it seem as if it was all
the
work.
work, yeah.
But why aren't they just
I
taking a
respect
couple
you.
of minutes
Utilize
on
it,
socials,
bro.
Just go on socials and build something. Like right now with Chelsea Green, there's starting to be a little bit of a shift because of on Unreal. Michael Hayes had said,
that was
hey,
terrible.
you know,
About her.
she's not able to go and get to the top or whatever. The people really got behind her, but now conversation's starting to shift because, well, she took Rhea's side in the Jade.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Right.
So I'm like, well, if you see the people are buying in heavily, you could work.
run with that, right?
Work
Run
with
with
that
that.
story.
Put on
They-
some-
Confuse
They
us.
don't do it.
Confuse us.
Because it makes people tap in more.
Like Seth said,
to
yep.
everything that you have
Going on.
encompassing going on.
And
Like,
what
bro,
Seth
you
said
wanna
on
go to
Club
this
Shay
photo.
Shay, you remember what he said? He said, you can use that little bit of, because our business, people already know what it is.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
yeah.
confusion.
Yes.
Confuse us. Why aren't y'all confusing us?
Like when the Rock was beating
can't
the
get it.
crap out of him, and then the cameras cut, and he was still whooping
Yeah,
his
yeah,
ass.
yeah,
He
yeah.
said,
Hell no.
"I say when the
F that.
cameras." Fuck that. I say
they
when the
kept
cameras
rolling.
cut.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
like,
rolling.
I would have been like, "Hey, bro, hey, the cameras off." Hey, bro, hold on, man.
Right.
Hold on, bro.
He's got him.
keep that on, bro.
Take it easy.
He made it personal because
Yeah,
he said when
he
he
did.
came out the next week, instead of just a regular Cody belt, he had the one that had Mama Rhodes on
Yeah.
there, and he personalized
Disrespectful.
it. Like, a piece of me,
In a
I was a
lovely
little
way.
bit disappointed at WrestleMania that he didn't get like in his mom's face, and maybe not hit her because I mean that's old lady right there, obviously. But like
Hey,
in
I
her
have to
face,
shoot that nigga,
do
bro.
something. Right. You don't have to. Like,
I'm gonna
use
shoot
my
that
mom's
nigga.
face because we've seen
Shoot
Becky
that
get
boulder.
involved in the
Yeah.
past. Orton, how many times we seen him done?
Oh,
him
Randy,
and Edge,
yeah.
man. Cena's dad.
Oh, yeah,
he gonna
Cena's
celebrate
dad.
it.
Yeah.
But wait,
yeah.
real question though for all of you guys that are really big wrestling fans.
Yeah.
You don't think that they did they took away The Rock purposely because he had that all that authority?
No,
And because
I think they had a vision originally
they had
for
to
how
pivot.
things were going to go.
Pivot.
They
I
had to
don't know,
pivot because they
I
ended up.
think it may be money involved where they probably didn't want to.
No,
pay
it
him.
wasn't that money involved.
I don't know
Because
because
how did
he's
he just stop being on all the
Well,
shows?
no, he's shooting. He's doing.
yeah
other
he's
stuff.
shooting. He's
That's
doing stuff
by
like
his choice.
availability.
Now, but before that.
But no, that's by his choice.
I think
it's
I
his
think there
choice,
was an
so.
element of the booking, and
I
where they
think
were
they had
going that played a role.
disagreements.
Because I think with
Yeah.
Travis Scott, there probably could have been some situations where they maybe needed him for some dates, and now all of a sudden he's unavailable because he's a variable. But with Rock, albeit he's incredibly busy,
course.
you have a ton of history within the company,
That's what I was
so you can find a way. And he's buddy with like the with Nick Khan.
Yeah, Nick, yeah.
So I'm like, man.
But think about this too. Before you say that,
Yeah.
like, who's doing what behind the scenes, right?
Right,
Because
yeah.
John wanted more dates for
Yeah,
his
he wanted more
retirement
dates.
tour.
That is so
You
true.
don't
He
give
said he
John
wanted 220.
the 200 dates that he asked for on his dates, and you cut him down to what, 40?
They didn't even
30,
utilize
30,
them, bro.
Like,
36 dates.
Like, come on, bro.
And
Like,
it was so
that's
weird
a
when he went on the
thing.
podcast. When he went on the podcast tour, and he was talking about how he recognized the 220 would have been a nightmare on the body. Completely understand,
Of course.
But
That's not
how
all
did
wrestling.
the conversation go?
That's how
Yeah.
you want to
to
go
where
out.
they said, "Hey, 36, that's the number," and John was like, "All right, cool," because
Yeah.
he's a company guys. He's like, "This is what the vision that y'all got. Cool, we gonna roll with it." You don't want to leverage your
Yeah,
status in the
absolutely.
company or whatever, and then try to go and push back. I get that, but who are the individuals who ultimately come down with the final decision?
Yeah.
And then the conversation of how they come up with that. That's the confusion. Because
That has to
if
be
you're like a
taken.
wrestling fan, you have an understanding to a degree. Like you're not in the room, so you don't know what's
Yeah,
going on.
yeah.
But you've watched enough and seen enough good angles to say anybody who's been in
Watching.
wrestling long
Would've-
enough, you
would've-
know that's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
why
yeah.
did you think this was the move to go?
even if you were trying to find a common denominator, like from 200 to 30 is
It has to be TKO, though, bro.
way
Think about how
it don't
things
make
change.
sense.
all the way left.
It just
I don't know.
it doesn't make much sense to me. But what
But
did
we
you
don't
think
know.
about Cody's turn?
I think
Randy's turn. So.
I agree with what Ross said. I think for one, it was crazy. It was brutal. I think the last chair shot was
That
like-
was cold.
If I was a kid, I
would've
thought
thought-
Cody died,
Yeah.
or you
Yeah.
chop this nigga head off. This is
Yeah,
an episode of
because
Game of
you
Thrones.
seen the reaction, like some of
Yeah.
the fans' reaction, like
They had
somebody was looking like,
and
is this
her,
real?
boyfriend, what she was like, is that it? And you could
Is that
read on her
real?
mouth, she was, is this fake? Or
Yeah,
is it
yeah,
supposed
yeah.
to
I
be
saw.
fake?
Yeah, that's
And she was
the white
clutching
lady.
onto her man.
Yeah, because he was
Like,
bloody. He was bloody,
he was
and then
bloody.
he already had beat him.
Fame, brother.
He already beat him to a pulp, and
Yeah.
then next thing you know, he left off camera. You heard the crowd again. Here comes in Randy with a chair
And just killed him.
jumped over top and just bah! And I'm like,
Yeah.
so I love, but I do feel like they chasing a moment. I do.
Yeah, that was the moment.
They had to, because
Greatest hits.
if you want to write this in a way that builds the ultimate back and forth or battle and match, you slow cook it. You slow cook this, because I feel like you dropped the ball in a moment where, like, over a year, Randy been going in over and over and over, looking at the title, they've been calling each other brother, all that stuff like that. So you do drop the ball when they just let Randy just kind of go cold turkey like that with no words, just expressions only. It do feel like you're just trying to chase, Roman and CM Punk.
Yeah.
Because that's been cooking. And I had just said, I'm like, fam, this is carrying the WrestleMania, ticket sales right now.
Right.
It's people wanting to see what happens with Roman and CM Punk. That's carrying the show.
And now this is one of those things that
It's
people
added
thought,
to it.
Hey, we got 09 Randy back. Now,
Yeah,
now
that's-
people are
that's-
because they just want to see, this is the Randy we want to see. This is what we've been wanting, because they gave them the moment to sacrifice a couple weeks of storytelling to really build it up. Because Roman and CM Punk, they've had time to build that up.
Yeah, they have.
You just made this what it is now. So you're just trying to, like you said, capitalize and be like, hey, I know that one's going to be good, but this one's going to be good too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what they do. They still have plenty of time. It should be an interesting match. I hope it's a pretty good one. I think they work well together in the ring. I think, what was that match they had? Was it Night of Champions?
No,
Between
Cody and
I think so.
Randy?
Yeah, it was Randy and Cody. It was,
Cody, Night of Champions.
So they fought already.
Yeah, they've already fought.
20.
was it last year?
No, I don't think it was.
Was it King of the Ring?
It might have been.
It may have been King of the Ring. It was King of the Ring. Yeah. They already fought there, and they had been teasing that story as well. So I just think that we'll see what they can do. I mean, granted, to be honest with you, that was probably from what people were saying, because we watched a little bit of SmackDown before we went out.
Yeah.
That was like the highlight of the show, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And also Trick
Outside of
Williams.
Drew quitting too.
Yeah.
Trick Williams beating
Trick
Williams.
Williams beating the Jacob with the assist to Drew.
that's a good.
I definitely like what they're
He
doing
looks
there.
like a star, ain't he?
Huh?
He looks like a star, ain't he?
Yeah, Trick definitely looks like a star.
I hope they protect him.
They have the opportunity to really do something good here. We're in that phase where you got young talent, and it just so happened to be African American talent that are actually getting over organically, and the people want to see them. The people want to cheer for them. The people want to see their matches. And now, Monday, we're filming this before Monday night. You already know.
Yep.
Brock Lesnar is he's gonna be there, and the reports are we will find out who will be his opponent tomorrow night.
I don't want Oba to do it.
And the rumors are obviously Obafemi being the one to answer the challenge, but the problem is, and there's this report going around, and I don't think we actually talked about it on camera. I don't think we.
No, we was on stream.
Oh yeah, we talked
And
about
it
it on stream.
wasn't, it
but-
wasn't solidified if that was a credible source. Or
Yeah,
not,
but basically the rumor is that Brock doesn't want to lose until his final match.
believe it or not, I
And-
can believe that.
And the only reason why I say there has some plausibility to it, because Brock has been known to just do whatever the fuck he want, bro, because he's Brock, and they don't give a fuck because they're paying him a lot of money. There's not too many niggas I know, wrestlers in general, that can have you remember the Roman Reigns Brock Lesnar match that often went in New Orleans? That shit was horrible.
Yep,
And people thought that Brock was going to lose, but they ended up changing the finish for him to win. And then, of course, they added blood. People thought that was going to work. No one cared that Roman was leaking like a stuffed hog. Match was awful. I don't even think I watched the match in its entirety. Dog shit. No one wanted
the
it.
title
And
advance after
according
that,
to
right?
the reports, they said that originally Roman was supposed to go over.
Yeah, Roman was supposed to go
But because
over.
nobody wanted to see him win, they ended
Yep.
up changing the mind.
Yep.
And Brock apparently was slotted to go on vacation.
Yeah, he was.
they
mad he
ended
threw
up
that
making
title at-
advance.
Yeah.
So,
he right.
asshole.
Yeah.
There's not too many people that can literally, after the show, he threw the title at that nigga and walked off. Like,
I mean, what was Vince gonna do? I mean,
Yeah, and Paul went right behind him
Right.
too.
And
Yep.
ironically enough, when we met with Mark Henry a
better.
couple days ago,
shout out
shout out to Mark Henry.
and he was saying like, you know, Brock is, you know, he's an alpha's alpha.
He a fighter
so
too.
he's that. So at the end of
Yeah.
the day, you're gonna have that volatility that's there.
So-
And regarding Vince, he that too.
Yeah.
So they're gonna clash and have
And
that. But
then
like you
that-
said, with him saying that potentially he might not lose
Or
Brock
don't
not
wanna
losing
lose
Yeah, may not
till-
want to lose to SummerSlam until SummerSlam in Minneapolis this summer.
or whenever he
Yeah, I believe will be his retirement match will be in Minneapolis. But my thing is with him and Oba, albeit I would hate if it's a situation where it's just Oba gets squashed and it's done.
Oh my God.
You kill him. You
kill him.
ruin this character,
The
bro. If
only
you do
way
that,
I think a loss for Oba can still come out good is if it's like the old school Mick Foley type where you got to do everything under the sun to put him down. And even when you go for the pinfall and you get the 3, the foot's still moving. Like he's still got life. That way, albeit it could be a loss, it could still come out as like a moral victory. But we haven't seen that in a performance against Brock ever.
yeah.
Or maybe
Yeah.
since like his first run in like 2002 to 2004.
hey, I love all
So-
that chisel, and I appreciate you for all those words, bro. But nah.
You want to see a?
I mean, everybody's saying if you're gonna have this match, even people
Put over
that
him.
are like, you know, that are fans of Brock or whatever, they're like, let's be honest, bro. If you put this match on, Oba has to win.
Yeah,
Because you built him as the future.
This
You
nigga
got
fought two of the Viking
Raiders,
Raiders and
packed them up
together.
I wouldn't even say he fought them. He just died. He
Bro,
took Eric.
he said
They-
he
they made them
Majin
look
Buu'd him for sure, bro.
It was bad.
So it's like,
That made them look terrible, bro. Because I mean,
And then with a former tag team champion.
he had
former tag
more of
team
a
champion.
fight against the Miz, fam.
Yeah.
Than your
Yeah.
former tag team champion.
They're done.
You just don't write. It's just like
They could've
terrible.
just brought in local talent.
Yeah.
Find some big wrestlers.
Just like what they did with Braun Breaker.
Right, right.
When Braun brought up to the show, bro, it would just be random dudes coming in. He bow, walk
Laid
out.
them
That's
out.
it.
Bro, when they were in Houston a couple of weeks, they could have brought out like Big X the Plug and somebody else.
I got
somebody else just hey, hey, and drop him. And Braun Breaker in the middle and the ring.
Yeah, bro.
Like, just bring in local talent, have him just run through them. Because they did that with Baron Corbin.
Yeah.
They did that with every time they have somebody in who they're booking as a monster and a world beater.
They did
you
do
have
that
them
with
come
Baron
in,
Corbin.
take out local talent, and then from that way, before you actually meet the legitimized guys, where they can put on an actual match.
Yeah.
To where you see, oh wait, he's actually got to work for this.
you got
Don't
status
just take in super established people, unless of course they're already a jobber. But you can't have
A jobber, man.
Yeah, no, and then but I don't. You kill the character, bro. If he loses against Brock, you kill the character.
Yeah,
I
bro.
don't trust them to even
You would
beautifully
assume
write
something
how
like,
you
okay,
think
if you
it.
take an L, then they're actually going to go into a series but that would be indicative of keeping Brock around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't go ghost.
Yeah.
The problem is too often you'll have Brock come in like with Cena. I thought when he beat Cena at WrestlePalooza,
Yeah,
I'm
we
like, yo,
gonna
the
give him
only
both.
way this makes sense is
Yeah.
if Cena gets a get
Get
back,
back, and
because
he never
Cena's
got it.
face now. Cena losing like 7
was it.
minutes.
They
And
butchered
then-
his
That's
retirement
it.
tour, man.
And then there's, oh well, we on
AJ.
Logan. What are we talking about?
On his goodbye tour on the video, Brock just holds up a piece of paper.
yeah, bro. So
I
it's,
could just.
I just hope
The
they,
go ahead.
I just hope they,
I hope they don't.
you gotta, I feel like,
Another nigga to conquer. That's what I feel like.
Another nigga.
I'm sorry.
Look,
I'm
the
sorry. I
last
said
time
I'm
Brock
sorry.
was
Just
even
keep the title
consistent with
away from
Cody,
Brock, 'cause
right?
You know it's a guarantee if that's the case.
The last
Yes.
time Brock was consistent was Cody, right? That was the last
Yeah,
time
that
we
was the
seen him
last time.
consistent.
yeah,
Showing
and
up on Monday
he
night.
put him over. So that's why I'm like,
Yeah.
if we know this is the future, they are saying he could be a future world champion. They're slotting him as he looks like a world champion. He's over.
Yep.
He's over with the crowd, with the chant, the walk. He has the present. if you're gonna do this, and you can't keep saying this is a new era. You gotta stop saying that. You gotta stop saying this is a new era when you have someone that is in the new era that you could potentially push. Because at the end of the day, Brock is leaving. We know this. There's no point in him. We just waiting for squashing. I'm not even talking about jobbers, squashing or beating talent that you know is the future. That hurts because at the end of the day, it doesn't benefit nobody. This is not for Brock in a sense. I'm talking about just in general people that don't want to give back to the business in a sense that doesn't help because at the end of the day, you get those situations where, hey, we got to call you to come back to make an appearance. Hey, we got to call this part-timer or someone we hadn't seen to come back to make an appearance when you have talent that deserve that opportunity to show how good they are. So if you want this to be a new era and you want to really establish some new household names, either you have Oba come out there, hey, I'm challenging you, what's up, and build something from there, have him win. Brock is still gonna be Brock with a loss. No one's gonna be like, he lost to Oba, I can't believe it, he's not Brock no more. No, if anything, it elevates Oba to like, bro, he beat Brock on his very first WrestleMania in his very first year in the company.
That catapults him to the moment.
That catapults him. Now you start having those conversations of, hey, CM Punk or Roman, whoever has the title, hey, he did this. Now you start having that conversation when Braun Breaker come back because he's been slated as the next top guy. Well, hey, I beat your one of your clients, Paul. I packed him up at WrestleMania. You say he's the top dog. It's me. I'm the ruler. Right. Now you can build a story with Braun and Oba. Now who's really the number one contender? It's just creating stars and story moments.
Oh my God!
Like, that's a WrestleMania moment to me.
That's a WrestleMania moment that can be like
Trick Williams and
I remember when Oba beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. Imagine a kid seeing that. Now you created more fans. Oh man, I'm a fan of Oba. You know what I'm saying? You redeemed his art.
Stories.
You redeemed Dub's art. Isaiah get to watch.
Yeah, bro.
Isaiah get to watch that moment like, man, I remember my dad used to hate Brock. And now I got to watch Oba get packed up by Brock. I mean, I got to watch Brock get packed up. Yeah. So it's
I got what you was trying to say.
Yeah, it's just about creating those moments, bro. I hope they do the right thing. We'll see you on Monday night tomorrow. But
hey, hopefully by the time this pod drop, they've done something right and I'm not in the mood.
Cause Monday.
That music hit, the music hit. Folks is gonna be.
They're gonna tune in.
Gonna be ready to go. That guitar riff hit.
They're gonna pop into
on the screen.
You gonna see Chiseled. Hey, what's good, man?
I don't like y'all when y'all do that, bro. Just shows that y'all only there for one thing. But ultimately, bro, regardless, fam, I just hope they do right by Oba. The Oba, your new talent, bro. You got to fumble the talent you have now would be chaotic to me. Like you got Javon Evans. You do have Braun Breaker who's hurt right now. Yeah. So imagine what you can write when he comes back with Seth and that whole Vision storyline. And Paul, you got Oba, you got Trick Williams, who to me,
Carmelo?
I feel like you could put money behind. Carmelo, he's building history. Trick is box office now. Right. You got Carmelo who's created storylines with people. So he can still, I can see him being something important as well. Dragunov.
So I think ultimately that's going to be the angle with because Dragunov right now, you've been seeing the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks or so. He's no longer answering, or I shouldn't say no longer, but he's not answering
to the challenge.
The challenge because he's saying, "Yo, I can't fight against you if I'm still trying to fight against myself." Yeah. So he's trying to get his confidence back. It seems like all roads is leading to WrestleMania, where it's going to end up being Melo versus Dragon.
They're running that back.
We already saw them have a magnificent match.
Yeah, they on that level. So they're gonna try to steal the show.
Right.
Right. I'm here for it.
And that's the goal. Everybody should go in there trying to steal the show. Not even just talking about the men, but the women. You know what I'm saying? Seeing what they can do with a Jade and Rhea. Seeing what happens when Bianca comes back. Seeing what happens when Naomi come back. Seeing what you're doing with Jordan Gracie now that you done brought her up to the main roster. Kiana James. What happened with her and Julia? Like the type of things that you can see in Kiana wrestle like how she did. Of course, course, me not being so familiar with her, she was still in the show at
Elimination Chamber.
Elimination Chamber.
Yeah,
Bro. She was
Elimination
cooking.
Chamber. And even
Raquel
the
was
week,
cooking.
a couple of weeks before when she qualified.
Yeah, when she
Had a
qualified,
hell of a
bro, and I mean a good.
Yeah, it
I'm
was
talking
one
about
of
a
those,
good
oh,
match.
wait.
Yeah. Sit up a little bit.
She cooking.
Like, okay, Kiana, last legend.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They had her dominating in the Royal Rumble.
Like
Like
money
it just,
behind her too.
bro.
That relationship, they gonna make some money.
Yeah,
got-
bro.
They gonna make some
There's
money.
money on the table.
You got so many people, so many storylines. To fumble it would be insane. Like it would be.
If there's anybody
I
that
think-
can do it,
Right. It'd
it's for WWE.
And the unfortunate situation now, I think, with you have the two main events who they're starting to get some steam. I think Roman and Punk, it was already set.
That's sold the first
we
night,
saw.
yeah.
And now
Can't wait
Cody
till
and Randy starting to get a bit of steam there. Unfortunately, with the women's storyline, because it seems like it's going to be Tiffany Stratton and Julia for the U.S. Championship, that's flat. They got to do something
that's
to go
super,
and build
yeah.
to get some momentum over there. Jade and Rhea, it seems like something's holding them back at the moment. They can't seem to figure out the story
It's
to let it go and
manufactured.
grow. It doesn't feel genuine. It felt like this was supposed to be a spot for Jade Bianca.
Yeah.
Jade
Oh, for
Naomi.
sure.
It was supposed to be somebody else. And
that-
now it's like, hey,
yeah,
you
bro.
throw Rhea.
It's
in
not the
it just
right
doesn't-
time.
it
But
doesn't
the
feel
problem,
right.
but the problem with that though is they've been going for a while.
Yeah, they've been going for a
So
while, so
you
they should
literally
have
coulda
already
shifted.
positioned.
Yeah.
And I thought all roads was going to be Jade and Charlotte because they had so
Oh, yeah, they coulda did that.
They did. I mean, face-offs and
interactions.
crossing.
But I think the reason why they don't want to do that is obviously the backlash from last year, and they're just trying to keep her away from the main title scene.
Right.
That's why they've had her in the tag team division, because she's been getting like face
love.
reaction.
She really has.
So
think-
that's
yeah.
why they do.
Team
That's
her
why they
with
did that,
Alexa has
because
been
if
the
they
best
would have
thing.
put her right back, it would have been what it was last year. Oh, here we go again.
People-
Charlotte, you know.
think
But if
Jade is
Jade
green still?
wins, then
You think Jade is still green?
Yes and no.
Yeah, it's
I don't
a
think
mix.
she's one of the individuals right now where you're not going to get a 5-star classic out of Jade.
Yeah.
But she can make. Yeah, you gotta wait till Naomi come back for sure, because
start heating up Jade in the game.
right, because they need to have the appropriate story. Because there's been times in which she's grabbed the mic, like when she took the mic from Kathy Kelly, and she cut a promo. I said, "Oh, wait, hold on, this is the Jade that we all expected."
Yeah.
because she's spitting her stuff, she going. When it's just a regular generic, she get on the promo. Hey, I'm that.
Yeah.
We've seen this too many times.
Yeah,
It's like when Cody first won the title, you cutting the same promo.
Yeah,
two times in a row.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
if we're gonna give
Yeah, I
Jade,
respect you.
and I love everything that Jade doing, but give her an actual story.
Yeah.
Because when she was beating up Michin and B-Fat, I loved it. I'm like, okay, you got a dominant champion, great.
Yeah.
Why ain't still coming around?
After getting packed
She
up,
done
yeah.
dealt with y'all already.
yeah, bro.
You
Come out of
come around,
nowhere.
you should be shivering when she
Yeah.
come around.
Hey, Jade, hey.
Meech and Seal talking about running it back. I'm getting my back.
Running it back and you got
Running it
packed
back.
up
Run my
twice.
chips back in catering, bro.
Like,
That's
when
what you should be running
she
back.
beat
Give
you,
my
she
damn chips,
packed
bro.
you up. Y'all got cooked.
Yeah.
I think Bianca and Naomi was supposed to warm up Jade.
Yeah.
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 They were friends with her, too,
They were
so.
friends. That group looked good. That trio until she, Naomi, went heel. I think that was warming her up. And when they both kind of
Yeah.
went out around the same time,
Yeah.
they kind of left her on an island.
And it was hot too.
And
'Cause
they didn't
when
have
Jade
much
had
to
that
give her.
match with Naomi, I was like, okay.
But then they didn't even have much of a story to give her, like something that was going to actually make it to where it was believable in a sense. And also for her to get the reps in for wrestling. I mean, it's just something. And then, but like you said earlier, it's like when you don't build up the talents, I'm just squashing the same
Right, you
person every
and
week.
what's crazy is they have look, obviously with Jordan Grace coming to the main roster, you don't want to immediately have her
Yeah,
go
of
and lose.
course
Now,
not.
did she lose a match against Jade? Yes.
Yeah.
But that makes sense if you want Jade to be the champion
Yeah.
moving forward. But like we were talking about earlier with Oba, you could have brought in like local talent, have Jade just go and crush, because once they put the title on her, they should have had an idea of what it was they were going to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even over on Raw with Liv Morgan and Stephanie Vicaire, the story, it could have really started to build to a crescendo, but then it started to fall flat because you had Liv, who's the heel, you crying.
Told you, dog. Told you, bro.
And you got a situation where Dom is trying to translate, which for one, why would he even tell you what it is that she's saying if you know it's going to be disheartening? That don't make no sense. Two,
think
What
how
you crying for? Then the next week, I'm not crying no more. You know what? Let me tell you how I really feel.
bro.
I think how Stephanie said it was just captivating.
No,
It
bro.
just don't make no sense.
Y'all never watched Telemundo. Y'all never seen like
No,
a
bro.
Hispanic.
Telemundo.
Y'all never saw
was
Hispanic soap?
magnificent. But Liv's whole character is I don't give a damn about nobody. I'm about to laugh. Daddy Dom.
Yeah,
Judgment
that's
Day.
why I'm like,
It
this shit
seems
quiet.
so out of character.
Yeah.
for-
Yeah,
And
she
then-
laughs. She's like, Liv is like that narcissistic.
And it's crazy because to me they're abusing Raquel. It's like, what are you doing with Raquel,
and
bro?
Raquel, I
Like,
think last year, she was one of the top 3 women in the entire company.
Really?
She
was
once
cooking,
she
bro.
talked with Kevin Nash, and Kevin Nash was like, "Hey, go work big." She took on that persona of Big Sexy.
Yeah.
She really
wait,
incredible.
hold on.
Big
She took on the
sexy.
persona of who?
Big Sex.
I never knew that was her
This
name.
nigga
Yeah,
had me-
so
I was saying that on
calling her,
stream.
they started calling Big Sexy.
I was saying
I'm
on
like,
the stream one day, and he was like, "Wait, did Nisha know you call her that?"
Yeah, they said,
first of all, that's her
Yeah, they
nickname.
say they call her Big Sexy.
He tried
What
to
did you
say.
say when I was coming? You was in your office, you were streaming, and you said something that, "Oh, that's my girl" or something.
No. No. You're talking about. I was saying Bailey.
Yeah.
Oh,
She-
yeah.
That you
Yeah.
thought you said.
Hey, I
thought I
got
was
into
saying-
it over that before,
I
Bailey.
thought I was
man.
saying baby.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, so
I was like, there go
You know
Bailey.
how you
Oh,
you're
yeah.
being in the dryer putting clothes, and I turned around and said, "Wait, your baby."
She's like, "Who your baby?"
And he was like, "No, no, no." I said,
That's that
"Baby."
accent.
She put the clothes
She
down.
didn't
She
hear
picked
it.
up the chocolate. Said, "Oh, wait a minute, what's going on?"
Who's your baby?
Look, it's a prank.
Right?
Yeah,
It's a prank. It's a prank.
I got the camera on. The chat knows it.
Right? But
Go
yeah,
on.
with Raquel, she had a spectacular year and she really improved.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, she's in the shadow of Liv right now.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
despite the fact you're supposed to book her like she's this monster, whenever it matters, she lose.
Liv is always in the way.
Right? Lives in the way. And I thought the story would have ended up being finally you break up the Judgment
Yeah.
Day. Instead, they still
Finally.
keeping them going. It just don't make no sense. But Roxanne hurt. She gonna come back and
when she comes back, she might be the finishing pieces of
Who, Roxanne Perez?
Because I mean, Finn's the one that actually brought her in.
yeah.
No meaning,
Yeah.
no pun intended.
And now he out too now.
Yeah, you got.
Yeah.
So what? It's just almost purely Hispanics in the Judgment Day now. No, I mean think about it. Like it's what Roxanne Perez, it's Dominic, and then we got
Roxanne.
Liv's not
Roxanne.
Hispanic.
what did you say?
Liv's not Hispanic.
She's not. She's Italian.
Yeah,
She's Italian.
yeah.
She's Italian. So it's really just and JD is Irish.
But JD out now with Finn because he was with Finn, right?
No, not anymore. He attacked Finn.
Cousins.
He attacked Finn.
Yeah.
So it's 3 Hispanics, and then I mean it's all international.
Yeah, it's all international.
It's
group.
international. Well, it's international, I guess. Because nobody is actually born international with the exception of JD, I believe. Everybody else is just descendant.
Yeah, that's because his-
but overall,
his
it's
head
like,
was over there while his
it's
body
like
was
petri
here.
dish of heritage, if you
Yeah,
will.
yeah.
But yeah, they got to figure it out for what it is that they're trying to do. For Mania across the board, because right now you really only got 2 matches that's going to be box office.
Yep.
Everything else is filler.
about
Like,
it.
what are we doing with the tag team championship?
Filler.
Actually, I was going to pick y'all brain about this with Jey Uso.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Hold on.
Oh yeah, we got running back Jey Uso. Let's
you said
do
you could
this
get
whole
mad
thing,
when
right?
you do that.
No, when I see that, I'll be like,
So I'm so sick of it. I'm
tired
so
of
sick of
it.
it because at first it was organic. Now it's forcing you doing the
he
moves.
ran
Right?
into the ground, bro.
Here's my thing. Here's my thing, right?
Knocked out.
Jimmy goes, they win the tag team championships. Jimmy takes some time off because obviously your wife.
Yeah,
and
with the
you got
baby,
some-
yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So Jay is just cutting promos here and there. He's all happy-go-lucky everything. Out of nowhere. Seth Rollins returned. They have everything that's going on at the start of Raw and whatever the case is. The Usos come down. They help out LA Knight. Jay is off his beam. Dude
Yeah,
is just
yeah.
angry, just
Yeah, just
pacing
pacing.
everywhere. Upset about everything under the sun. Just last week, he was still the Heat
Yeah,
man. He
yeah,
had a great
yeah.
time. So now you're wondering.
Well, it's because of
CM Punk
No,
did.
you
Yeah.
assume so, but if you remember when they had the backstage with Jackie Redmond,
Yeah.
Oh, he
and
was
she
about to
said,
walk off.
Yeah, he was
what
about to walk off.
Yeah,
he was
what were
good.
your thoughts about what was said? He's like, man, I don't give a damn about Roman
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
yeah.
I'm trying to follow
Yeah,
my
he did say
vision.
that.
That's true. Yeah.
Jimmy
was the one that
has said,
said,
hold on now. Nah, we might have something to say to CM Punk.
And then he turned
And
up.
all of a sudden, that's enough to wait a minute. Yo, you know what? My brother is right. 2.5 hours later.
Wait a minute.
And what sucked about it was between the main event and that opening segment, we never saw nothing from the Usos. So they must have just been hot for hours, searching
steaming.
for CM Punk, who not hard to find.
Right.
So in the midst of all that, they make it to the main event segment. Punk getting ready to apologize. Here come the Usos, and Jay is pacing around.
No
Nah,
ye.
man, you gonna have to apologize for what you said to my fam. And the whole
He don't get it.
comes down to the ring, and he
No eats.
based off of Jimmy saying, well, now you just got to
Nigga
retarget.
said no yeet.
He was no
No
yeet.
yeet, he was no yeet the whole
That's
time.
the first time he's not yeeted.
He was more mad
Since,
about that than he was when his brother
got packed up by Gunther,
last
yeah.
year. So I'm like, yo, you wasn't even this mad at the start of the show.
Yeah, you was.
That's a-
How do you
shit.
get this manufactured anger? Like if he was just on
Yeah.
one from the start and
Performative.
he never dismissed what was said, I'm good. But you was on some, nah, man, forget about that. I'm worried about the vision.
And you needed your brother
Retarget.
to-
Now you mad at Punk?
And you-
Confusing.
And I like what they're doing with Jimmy right now. Because Jimmy's looking like the one who's really trying to, he on timing.
Right.
You know, if you say something or if anything going on, even the way they were acting, the body language in the ring, he was looking CM Punk face to face, eye to eye. Jay the one that was,
Patient.
pacing and doing all this, you know.
You don't
this-
get it. You need to say sorry, man. He ain't getting the point, man.
Jimmy was all chill and cool. You know what I'm
One
saying?
word.
I like that demeanor. You feel me? And they might be playing on that on purpose because to me, when Jay's character goes overly in one direction, is letting me know what kind of story you're trying to tell.
Interesting.
You
Okay.
know, because I do
Elaborate on
believe they're giving the twin. One is more, like you were saying, performative with how he feels. Jimmy's more laid back, like this is what's gonna happen. You feel me? Like I think that's the kind of vibe. Now, if they push that some more, okay, I can see a vision with that.
Let me see. Do you think that maybe they might have CM Punk get packed up by Jimmy and Jay before WrestleMania? So when Roman has this fight with him, it looks like
It softens them up.
Yeah, like the bloodline might be kind of doing certain shit again.
It depends on what they want the future to be. What do you see? Are you trying to put the bloodline back together? Because what happened between that interaction with the Usos and CM Punk gave me an idea of a potential, reuniting.
Yeah, and not the MFTs, the actual bloodline.
the actual bloodline.
You know,
like
I was-
it's a hint of it. If anything, if they do, I mean, because they may want to keep them separate. But if the Usos are the champs, I don't know.
I mean, how many
I
bloodline members
just-
is there in
Because if
WWE?
it was the unified tag titles,
Yeah.
you open up the door to bring in the MFTs,
do.
and
Well,
how-
Solo comes back into play.
Exactly.
But,
How many?
I was thinking
I
also
think
with
Solo
Jimmy's,
just-
because I felt like they should have mentioned what Punk said on SmackDown towards Solo as well, and then he could just go ahead and dismiss it, but at least have it to where all the
He
Samoans
mentioned it.
have
Yeah,
some.
yeah.
Oh, he did? Okay, so
Right.
No, I'm saying like what he said that would cook,
Right.
Because all the original people can have
Right.
that.
and
You could start to plant a bit of the seeds. Obviously, Heyman's detached and he had left and he got packed up by
Yeah.
Rollins the week
Yeah.
before.
How many,
But
members?
with who? How many of the original
'Cause,
members?
yeah,
It was 6 with Sami Zayn, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
But I was thinking with Jimmy's demeanor, one of the things was you can tell he's still like, yo, that Punk is my friend.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's a serious conversation.
Yeah,
We gotta
yeah.
have this now.
Yeah.
And I think that dynamic, it's really shown because Jimmy has always had, I think, from a storytelling perspective and being able to, whether it's being the class clown
Yeah.
or trying to be serious, cutting the promo, he's incredibly underrated.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
everybody
for sure,
else
for
gets
sure.
more of the notoriety.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
like you said, I like the fact that he was on the timing that was there. I'm just very curious where it is that they're going to go because you asked him if you thought that they could potentially have the Usos pack up
CM Punk just before.
And the reason why I think no, they're the tag team champions
Yeah.
trying to figure out their own story.
Yeah, exactly.
So unless the long-term booking is the bloodline gets back together, and I think the only way that it would work in that situation is Roman would have to lose.
Yeah.
Because now everybody angry.
Yeah.
And now we going get back to terrorizing the entire
But
roster.
it's not even just lose; it's how he loses.
Right. Right.
You got
Do
to
you
tell
really
the
think they're gonna
story.
make Roman lose
Absolutely
I don't
not.
think so.
WrestleMania
I don't
again?
think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No.
I think he's 100% going to get the title
He's
back.
the one that pretty much had everyone in their seats for all them years.
Yep.
So you think
Having a
they
title.
they going back with
After Brunson Reed,
part-time
no.
Roman, yacht Roman?
But I don't think he's
gonna be
part-time.
He's gonna be more visible to a degree. I think it's not gonna be like 2022, 2021 where we were seeing Golden Glove Roman every week. But I think he'll be there
Just-
at least multiple times per month.
I mean, he would have to, bro.
Yeah, he would
'cause
have to.
You
Just, we can't have a
literally-
part-time champion
You would
again.
ruin what the title was even made for.
Right,
The
right.
title was made because there was no title on Raw. He had both of them.
Yeah.
So you would ruin that.
That's their fault, though.
That's Vince. Vince
That's-
booked himself in the corner because ultimately he wasn't even supposed to hold the title that long. That's the crazy thing about all of what WWE is now is COVID changed so much, bro.
Yeah.
That WWE
Real
day
time
one
and
situation created the biggest butterfly effect that WWE's seen in so long.
It was a flashpoint.
It was.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
because if COVID doesn't happen, we don't know if we get a heel Roman Reigns. When COVID did happen and he ended up getting it, he wasn't even supposed to have that long title reign. It was going to end on WWE Day 1.
Yeah.
He was supposed to lose to Brock because Vince already saw that Roman was over. So he wanted to turn him face because Vince always wanted him as the baby face. He was over. So if he loses to Brock, now he's really the baby face.
Yeah.
And then they were going to build that up to WrestleMania. But guess what? That didn't happen. So guess who had to get the short end of the stick? Not Bobby Lashley.
Big E, right?
Big E.
Big E.
Big E.
Well,
They
that was
put the
one D,
title-
right?
Huh?
One day, it was day one. Like,
Yeah, WWE Day One.
Yep.
Title.
And then
Big E
after
had the
that,
title, lost
Brock
to
won the
Brock.
title. Then they said, you know what, fuck it, title versus title at WrestleMania. And that's how we got that. That wasn't even supposed to be the plan. So ultimately, we don't get this legendary 1,300 day reign. The bloodline don't get as big as it ever got. And we don't get one of the greatest story finishes at WrestleMania 40 if it doesn't happen the way where Roman's not there. Just one person not being there changed everything.
If y'all could create, as we wrap up the WWE segment, if y'all can create a storyline and correct it that'll work for this year's WrestleMania, what would you want to see? And how would you do it?
I would just do long, extensive fights that made sense, that wasn't excessively doing the same thing over and over again.
The redundancy.
And then at the end, have Roman win the right way. Like as far as not him having the, what do you call it when they that they made retire when they retired? What's it called?
What?
When you retire, you said?
When he retired.
Who retired?
Damn, what is it?
Cena?
Is it-
Cena, yeah.
Cena when he lost to Gunther.
So when he lost to Gunther, and they made him
Tap out.
tap out.
Yeah.
I said I don't want to see that again.
Okay.
So if you're gonna do that and you break down a storyline, I pretty much feel like it needs to be one where there's a fight that goes extensively long, maybe blood be involved, maybe chairs.
Somebody taps
I
out.
would probably rebook it in a sense to where I'll probably have Cody versus Jacob Fatu and then Drew versus Randy Orton. And then you would have Roman versus CM Punk and keep that the same. But I say that because to me, Jacob Fatu, I know that wasn't much of a match because it was just a brawl. But the chemistry there, like, I've never seen, like, when Cody was doing that podcast or whatever, and Jacob came in like, "Hey, blood," what?
that
Hey,
shit was true.
I'm
That
like,
shit was-
bro,
that's
what
true.
the?
That
This
shit
is a.
was true.
He said, "Bring your punk ass down to
That
this
shit
ring,"
was so
and I'm like,
good,
"Yo,
bro.
these two really." And Cody ain't no Mitch. He gonna like actually.
He had to
was-
get
down.
entertaining.
He had to show you that he had to get on the
All
level.
breaks,
That shit
no.
was-
I mean,
that
I was
shit
like,
was so
bro.
What he
good.
said, I slept on the floor, man. I got, what, 6
Yeah, I got
kids?
6 kids when I was in the pen and I was in jail. He said, "You don't know nothing about that." He was like, "Yo, daddy always been." I'm like, bro,
that shit-
this,
that would've
and then the
cooked.
fight,
That
and then
would've
Drew
cooked.
had to get involved in that fight. I'm like, bro, this is amazing.
And then let Randy beat Drew to a pulp.
Right? And then think about it. Did that not remind y'all when you watch Jacob Fatu versus Cody, did it not remind you of 90s WWE? That gave me like low-key attitude era vibes with the brawl all around the stadium and how they was, I'm like,
How
yo.
aggressive he was with the promo.
I just
Yeah.
wish, let Cody, because they would have did that for Cena back in like, what, 2010, 13. Let Cody fight Jacob Fatu and deal with him.
Let him deal.
You got to deal with that.
Go deal with that. Let Drew and Drew get beat up by Randy Orton or something, and then maybe have Cody get back to it and fight Randy at SummerSlam. Something, bro. They doing to that's what I would say. Go ahead, Chisel.
I like that though. I actually like that. Let us know what y'all think about that one.
That's not bad.
That was
I actually have to agree with that based on because I forgot about Cody
so
and Jacob's
That
interaction.
Yeah.
It was like almost two different people from two different sides
it
of
felt so
the
dope.
world.
Yeah.
Because he's like, bro, you don't know what I've been through. I'm rough around the edges. I'm street. That's when he got the bandana on.
Yeah.
And Cody like, well, I ain't one of them, nigga. Like, I get with you.
But I still get with you because you know
that,
too. I love it.
Haru 5-2.
Did it not feel like,
Sorry, Nisha.
like, yo, this is two different individuals, but Cody is like that blue blood, like royal wrestling vibe, and where Jacob is like, nigga, I'm from the trenches, bro. I'll get down with you like that. And Cody's like, okay, well, bet then. And it felt like that during the brawl, even before the match, because Cody was on the thing doing his thing, and Jacob like, get your ass down there. And then Cody like, oh shit, I gotta really.
I think Jacob, and I know we're gonna get to everybody else's.
I'm sorry, I'm excited about
he with it.
Jacob was like, God damn, I had to take my headphones out.
Oh, yeah.
God damn.
Nah,
I've been thinking about that for a while.
Don't worry about it. We're gonna put it suppression. But
Yeah. He said,
damn it, what am I about to say? Nah, I think Jacob fighting Cody would have took Cody off the high horse and would have been a nice introduction to him going heel. I think that would have been a dope gate.
I'll double down
for Cody to go heel.
in there because remember when Jacob got taken out, we don't know
Who did it?
That would have been
They still
And
never said
the
it.
way I would have done it was that match, I would have had that match happen. But I guess the flip side of where an opposite angle, you could potentially have a fatal four-way between everybody, which is the easiest way to get everybody involved.
Yeah.
But I think overall, like you were mentioning, where if they could have potentially dropped down the inklings to having Cody turn, you could have utilized what happened when Jacob went out. Because if you remember, when Jacob came back and he was going down to the ring, Drew was saying, yo.
Yeah, that wasn't me.
It wasn't me. And he never admitted it was him who did it.
Never, not once.
No, we don't know if it was Sami Zayn, if it was Cody, if it was Drew, if it was somebody else. We still have no idea. And the interaction between Cody and Jacob, that right there is a story in and of itself.
Oh, for sure.
Drew and Jacob already have their, background there. And albeit Randy and Jacob, they don't have too much going on. But because Randy has history with Cody, Randy has history with Drew, it's easy to set up the entire story. And we've seen a fatal four-way in the main event before in WrestleMania 2000. But I think that story, it was a bit weak. It was supposed to be Rock
and Triple H.
And for whatever reason, it ended up happening. But what they can do, I would ultimately have those two guys find a way to get involved, because you have Drew that's going to refuse to let Cody live. And also now that, Randy's attacking Cody, I know there's not going to be a situation where they're going to have Drew come next to Randy. Like, hey, man, you really got him. Huh? They should still have beef and animosity towards each other. And Jacob be on some, Drew, this not done. Cody, after getting his ass whipped, can turn his anger towards Jacob again and say, I would have never even been in this situation had you not came back and cost me the championship in the steel cage. So I would ultimately, if in the event we couldn't do the separate individual matches, I would have the fatal four-way happen and then have that as the main event of night.
That would have been
Did they
crazy.
forget about that plot point with Jacob being removed?
100%. They haven't even mentioned it. Unless
they're saving it.
Unless they're saving it. Because the cop-out is Sami Zayn. Because Sami is slowly but surely turning heel. But a piece of me feels like they're not even going to pull the trigger, because they can insert Sami into this four-way as well. Because he has history with everybody as well. That's why I thought they should have defended the championship in the Elimination Chamber.
That would have been tough.
Because for years,
that would have cooked.
They've made that the match, whenever you have the pay-per-view, it's named after the match, you kind of take away the allure. Because you shouldn't have that match unless you have 6 people where it's built to a fever pitch. We had 5, and you could easily throw in a 6th person to make it make sense.
That would have made the Elimination Chamber so much better, bro.
You ain't got to call people to make this put butts in seats because
That shit
the
was
match
cooked.
itself and the selling and
shaking.
promo leading up to that sells on its own.
Right,
I mean,
because
that
you
would
have
have been
5 people who all got a story,
Beef
at
in
least
history.
with multiple different heads in the match, and then the title being on the line, because the title hasn't been defended in the chamber since 2022. So with the title being on the line, it's a heightened situation. And I remember that, I'll never forget, what was it, 2009,
Hell-
where in the chamber, Cena lost the title. In the first 3 minutes, he came into the match. He's the reigning champion. He comes in, he gets eliminated. So now reality sets in for the fan. Like, yo, not only did you just see the champion lose, yo, we gonna get a new champion.
Yeah.
WrestleMania right around the corner. What the hell's
Wild
gonna
as
happen?
hell, yeah.
So now you on the edge of your seat trying to figure out what's gonna happen. You have to have those moments. And the story, it writes itself.
Yeah.
So if I had to change something, that's what I'd end up changing.
No, that's powerful. And I want to add too as well. Cody keeps a certain energy towards Sammy.
Yeah.
Oh, like
he be
little
little
bro
bro in
energy.
him.
Yeah.
He do be little
He
bro
low
in him.
key be having a certain
Them water
energy
bottles
towards-
get slung.
Bro, every single
Water bottles be
segment,
abused.
They hear the saxophones as soon as the segment starts. They start playing it.
Them water bottles and cups.
Sammy be packing up them bottles, and he be.
I'm only trying to help you.
I'm wondering what are they gonna do with that? 'Cause
Have to
that's-
pull the trigger.
that-
They have to pull
Yeah,
the trigger.
you got
It's just
to,
a
bro.
matter of when.
unless he costs Cody.
100, because I'm thinking it could be a situation at Mania he gets involved, because right now, from where we stand, unless they throw Sammy into like a triple threat with Drew and Jacob, which wouldn't make any sense.
I think they're starting to
right
lean
now,
something with probably
they could
Sammy
keep him off.
and Trick. I
Well,
think they
potentially,
I think
but
they're
not-
probably
I would-
for
I-
WrestleMania though?
get packed
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, but the only reason why I wouldn't want to see it is because they hadn't pulled the trigger on Sammy and finally getting out of this underdog thing.
Yeah, yeah,
Everybody
yeah.
wants to believe he's an underdog. No,
Yeah.
we saw you beat Gunther when
Yeah.
Gunther was unbeatable. We saw you the year before when the tag team championships
yeah.
with the Usos was unbeatable.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to believe that you got some imposter syndrome that can't get it done? Bro, we've seen you do it already. Shut
Yeah.
your ass up and go to work.
Right.
Like, it
Yeah,
don't
right.
make no
Basically.
sense.
You're not the underdog.
Because now
no more.
you didn't talk to Trick about him not being able to do, but he mimics him. Talking about you talk about me running my mouth and not being able to do it. You don't.
Right.
Now he done
Right.
beat Jacob. Well, nah, it's not like, but still, he got to win.
Right. He
And
gotta
you still
win.
looking like how you looking. I think he gonna start seeing himself through Trick.
Right.
And Trick gonna start winning whatever matches he getting, and then he gonna be telling him now look, you can set that up later. But right now, Cody keep little broing me. The only person that encouraged me that I felt good about was Randy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't want you to be champion.
Yeah.
I don't want you to be champion.
I mean, he in that
Hey.
mode. You beating up plastic cups.
But they need him. I think the only payoff for Zayn is he got a turn.
Yeah.
Because if he remains face, you're gonna remain in the same weird
stagnant.
phase
Yeah.
of just this dude who's just a whiny, moany. I can't get
Brony
the job
little boy.
done.
Like, look, I'm
I want to
Sami
be
Zayn.
world champion. Look at me have a match in Saudi Arabia. I win.
Yeah.
But it's a big match. I lose. I'm going to Canada in front of my people. I'm gonna win it in front of my wife.
yeah.
Oh no, I lost.
Yeah.
Like
How many
he
times
can't
you gonna keep running that? Yeah.
repeating the same
greatest
story
story
with
over
them.
and over.
They're gonna have to go and switch it up.
Yeah. And Saudi might be off the record, you know.
Yeah, we
Yeah, they-
don't know what's
they-
gonna happen. And funny enough, I mean, next year is the 10 years, so
Yeah.
they've already
Wasn't
made
they
it to
supposed
the
to be doing a
original deal.
WrestleMania there
Yeah,
as
the
well?
WrestleMania. That's supposed to. I'd assume that will be the last match or the last show that they have there. Because
Oh,
in
no.
2017, when they had the
I don't even think they-
No.
But yeah, they got way
gonna
too
read.
much money.
They
We
gonna
got
read.
season, bro. They got
gonna-
Tom Brady.
They
throwing
not-
the
I don't think
football.
they
Yeah,
got all
for
kinds
flag
of
football, he
man.
did that, right?
Yeah, they might have you fly you out to go take some photos. Who knows?
Yeah, you never know, man.
Yeah, Riyadh, man, they got some money.
Got the
Jeddah.
I mean, it's under
Saudi
question
Arabia.
right now with the climate of
Yeah, I
how
doubt-
everything's
but
going
yeah,
on.
depending on what's going
it's
on.
still up in the air,
Potentially, they
but
could switch it.
yeah, but
Yeah,
I
we at
mean,
war over there.
they gonna throw the bag at them. But
We don't
nevertheless,
care about your WWE. There's some real war going on. It's the real war games.
Some real war, world war.
Yeah.
games.
Not to make light, joke, make a serious situation light. But what you gonna say?
no, just overall, I'm just hoping that they continue to keep building up these stories, bro, for WrestleMania. Because once again, our point will always stand. If you spending this crazy amount of money, you deserve to be entertained the best way possible, bro. That's the least the show could do if you spending that type of bread. So we'll see how things play out these next few weeks, man.
Oh, no. You had some another dope topic.
Yeah,
that
we
you wanted to touch on.
when family. It was
I know
What
we
was it? Family? No, family, fame, and money? Or what were we talking?
Just read them all out.
This nigga reading off bullet notes. Hey, did y'all?
No, I was just checking the
It's a
text.
transition champion over here.
I was trying to throw the alley, but
Did y'all hear?
Rookie.
he read the
All right,
book.
cut that. No.
Nah, we gonna leave that in for you, Kim.
bro.
But nah, since we not in the city right now, obviously spring break is going crazy,
Yeah.
and apparently Houston's being taken over by so
Yeah.
many out of towners right now. I don't think I've seen Houston on my timeline this much on Instagram
Since
and
like a weather hurricane.
yeah,
Since a hurricane.
and on X, man, of just
Yeah.
all these clubs, bro. The lines is literally wrapped around the building.
Pissing you off, huh? Your spot's just getting taken over.
Yeah, all my spots.
It's
is
gonna
just,
be fine for Ross. He VIP Ross. He gonna get in.
Go through the kitchen.
I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling, man.
Ross dropping. I'm telling you, bro. Soon as
You gonna hit the pop?
Yeah.
Once y'all get
You
back from Houston, he gonna be
see the
outside.
next video showing the clip.
I'll be back tomorrow. And I'll probably
Damn, you gonna see a clip of an ABC news anchor talking. How you gonna hear pow 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 pow
Yep.
pow 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 pow? Is that Ross?
I ain't waiting in no lines. And I'm definitely not paying $2,300 for a section.
That's a lot.
not even including bottles. They hiking up the prices at all these spots because they know out of towners are here, obviously for the rodeo,
spring
and
break.
then spring break. So they know, all right, well, everybody's trying to get to everywhere because everywhere is packed. You know what? We're gonna up the prices. A section at this place called Camp charging like $2,300, bro.
They done lost their
and that's
house.
not including bottles. That's not including water. That's not including the
I
Sprite
better get a
that they
piece of
give you.
the steak in the club.
$2,300 for people to just sit there and look cool.
I'm good.
I mean, bro.
You go to a regular restaurant, regular bistro, regular bar.
Picking up the price,
Yeah, they hike.
$300 for a regular table.
cut
Yeah,
the
bro.
charge, and all that.
Yeah, bro.
Crazy right now.
Nah, and it's funny. We not in the city, and I'm okay. We taking care of business. We doing our thing. We've been enjoying ourselves down up
absolutely.
here in Austin.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's been
Phenomenal.
dope for South by Southwest. But just to see that, even though I think there's some footage going around of some people cutting up, fighting at the
rodeo. Yeah, they
So
had to close down the rodeo.
shut down the rodeo earlier.
come on,
I seen
bro.
people like on those what's them rides that they have that goes around the
Ferris wheel?
entire
Ferris wheel?
I don't know. I don't think it was the
um,
fair. It goes around the entire park. Where it's like them
They sit in
lifts.
the little car and they
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
what's that called? Like they do at the ski lodge.
Yeah, it's like those lifts.
ski lifts?
Yeah, so they have that at the
name of the
rodeo.
It's not that, but yeah.
But yeah, it's not the ski lift, but they basically have a lift. And you see
Gondola?
people
you said
recording.
what I said.
Gondola?
I don't know, but
Yeah,
it's
don't worry about it.
Gondola. No,
I thought you said
Gondola.
Donda.
It lifts into the air.
but
Friday's coming.
yeah, but basically
Brain fart.
people are recording eye cam view of the fight in the brawl.
That's crazy.
Just like, yo, what, like you just imagine you with your kids and you on this ride and you look down and it's just a whole bunch of, I hate to
brawling.
say it, niggas just brawling and fighting. You got cops breaking up stuff and you just like, bro, what's happened to the rodeo? You got women out there going like they going to the club. Cheeks
strip
is
club
out
with
and this is
kids
a
walking.
family event.
You eating your cotton candy and some ass just walking
Just
by.
cheeks everywhere,
Oh,
bro.
rolling by because
Yeah.
you're a casualty.
Right.
It's a bad situation.
Yeah, bro.
It's terrible, man.
It's
I hate when people take something that's supposed to be good and turn it bad. Like, I have no problem with tourists.
Yeah.
I have no problem with people pulling up to the city wanting to be a part of the culture and the
course,
rodeo and stuff
course,
like
course.
that. But to come to a location, whether it's the people from out of town or the people that's actually from here, because you never really know.
yeah, you never know.
But
a lot of
that's
people definitely
terrible, bro. Like to carry yourself in such a way, fam. And to me, I be blaming the parents, bro. Like it's a lot of parents that's dropping their kids off at the rodeo and just dipping. Like, bro,
Yeah.
I know my child. If I know I got a child that's got a temper or that hang with some kids that seem like they be up to no good, nah, homie. Come here. You stay home. Yeah, let's go.
Man,
No, but it's wild. It's not even that. It's let's go to the rodeo.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
not.
You're
I'm about
the
to
chaperone.
Yeah.
to
Like,
be
I'm there.
'Cause you're absolutely right. Because it's on the parents because you know who your child is.
Exactly.
And you got to recognize the environment that you're exposing them to. Because let's just say if you happen to have like a delinquent child and you already know they wilding in school regardless, You bring it to a spot where you know it's going to be volatile.
Yeah, and there
if
you go.
know
You set
your
them up
kid
for
is
failure.
quick to pop off.
Come on, bro.
Don't put them in a situation where they're going to be able to go and pop
But you
off.
know,
Exactly.
sometimes what I notice with kids like that, the parents are just as worse as the kids.
100%.
Oh yeah,
They don't even take
100%.
responsibility.
and they don't take responsibility.
Yeah, they're probably worse served than the kids, honestly. Like,
They the ones that go back and forth with the teacher.
Yeah, like my kid ain't do that.
Yeah, and that's why teachers be feeling like they don't, their hands are tied because it's like you trying to tell a parent about their
fight with
child,
the parent,
and
yeah.
the parents are, well, what you tell my child? Because
Victim kind of mentality in a sense.
and I'm just like, fam, this is what, and then you do it in front of the child.
Yeah.
And when you do it in front of the
Shows
child,
them it's okay.
It showed them that, hey,
Exactly.
I don't have respect for the
And that's
teacher.
why when they
You
go
don't
out,
gotta
they
have
do
respect.
exactly what
Now,
they do.
I used to see kids at school do that, and I had the most respect for them when the teacher was like, hey, I'm about to call your parent, and they'd be like, oh, here.
Oof.
I used to be like,
Right?
My parents, you can't do that because my dad is.
yeah,
What you
bro.
going over there to make these people call me like this?
Yeah,
Give
like,
you the wrong number.
I'm not finna
Right?
Now, I
get
have
my
a
behind
quick
kicked.
question.
Yeah, go ahead.
My
And it's a
father
little bit of
expedited that belt.
a topic switch when it comes down to like relationships and stuff. How do you feel about like putting your relationship like publicly out there for social media?
I think it just depends on the couple, because with every time we gonna do something social media wise, I let everybody know before they do it, hey, have thick skin. Just love who you are and love your opinion and be okay with whatever space you in that moment. Because I have opinions about things that later change. We all do. But the thing is, people hold you to what you said 2 years ago and they stick to you in that moment. So I just let everybody know, like, fam, there's nothing wrong with having emotions towards things at certain points in your life. I think that's just
But
a part of
stick
our
to
human
it and-
experience.
okay.
If you changed or grew from that, or felt like, hey, I was ignorant in this conversation or in this state or in this subject matter, but today I realized that boom, 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 and I don't agree with how I thought then, but that's what I thought was right then. It never was my intention to harm anybody. And I just let everybody know that because it's important, because people on social media will make you hate yourself almost. Like they'll turn you against yourself. Like when you make a comment, they'll make you feel like you're dumb. They'll make you feel like you're not attractive. They'll make you feel like you're nothing that of importance or, nothing positive by your opinion, by what you say, by how you look. So anybody that, I do, anything with online, and I've said that originally to Ross and Brandon, that was the first conversation we had. And then me and Nisha, and Nisha herself, because I said, Nisha, you just got to understand, people not going to like what you got going on just because. You know what I'm saying? Like people may not support just because, like all that kind of stuff.
Let me ask you this, and this is kind of like a thought based off what you just said, like building off of that. Is it okay, like, I think maybe a subconscious fear of mine is because everything you said I already knew to be true. I may not have been ready to like be like, hey, this is this person, this is what's going on, these are my family members, or like really publicly putting my opinions out there, because I understand the internet has this tendency to go back to 2015 and look at what you said versus what you're saying now. And it opens you up for all of this criticism, where if you're just making content on a subject matter where it's just factual evidence, you might be retelling a story or just stuff that happened. People don't have to hold you to the flames, be like, hey, wasn't you with this person, or this your brother, or none of that. It's just, this person's content. I can't really say anything about that other than I don't like his content.
I mean,
it's part of the game.
It's part of, you got to not care.
Yeah.
Doing content means you can't care.
You
literally
can't.
can't. You have to drop caring off. The minute you say, I want to start creating something the minute you say you want to start creating something, other people's opinion of what you're doing has to die. Because if you can't allow what somebody else feel about your content, now if you asking for advice, you looking up to a mentor or something like that, you looking at somebody who's done it before in that lane, give you pointers on how to extend whatever it is you're doing. But the vast majority of people online are just random people that just try to say the most mean and hateful things or the funniest thing to just get a click. Most people are rage baiters. This is the world of rage baiters.
And I have another thing to say in a woman's perspective. So, who you're with, or whoever your, girlfriend, married, whatever the situation may be. Let's just say, sometimes when I look on social media as a woman, women that are not in their right mind as far as like mentally strong, and some women are insecure, so it's a lot of that going on. But you can look on social media and you can see other guys posting their girlfriends, right? Or their significant other, whatever like that. And if you're not like I said, if you're not strong-minded, you're going to be insecure in those moments and force your significant other to post you or say,
you
why
want to
don't you
compare.
post me or compare your situation they're in with your situation. And that can also be something that can mess up a relationship. But if you're a woman that's strong-minded and know where you are in your relationship, those things don't bother you. Those things don't.
That's a wild take what you just said, because I've heard, I'm not visible on your social media, or why can't I be, or no one knows I exist, as if like you're trying to hide something. But in reality, it's like what you just said on some strong-minded stuff.
Well, there's two things to that. And that's why I said, as a woman, I can give you both perspectives. So I gave you the one of an insecure woman, but I can give you one of a relationship that's not stable either. It may be something that you're not doing, or something that y'all don't have together that make her feel like she has to address that, or makes her feel like there's something missing. So it can go both ways.
And sometimes a person just needs to grow up in a sense, right? Because I can't be insecure about what it is you're pursuing. If my insecurity is blocking your passion, that's like we got to figure that out, because my passion may not be to make you feel insecure because you're not on my social. It's just is what I'm focusing on doing. It has nothing to do with you being on there or not being on there. Now, if you can't get past that conversation with an understanding,
that's where the communication comes in.
That's when you're gonna have to figure something out. Like, find a way to kind of.
I was thinking in the realm of like with social media to a degree, I understand, because if people are posting, your family, whatever the case may be, or I shouldn't say your family, your personal life. So you're doing like lifestyle posts and stuff. I can understand if one were to say they would like to be posted and visible. But if you're not, and what you're doing is completely different, it almost serves no purpose. And my rule of thumb has always been social media, no disrespect to the people who follow you or whatever the case may be, but you know who your close people are. Exactly. So if you got something going on, I don't need to post this picture. I can send it to my people.
Facts.
I don't need to post this status. I can just send it to my people. So that way, you're still getting the visibility amongst truly the people who matter and actually care.
Facts.
Because at the end of the day, it's like, who's actually going to be the ones who check in on you? Hey, how's your wife doing? How's your fiance doing? How's your girlfriend doing? How's your husband doing? How's your boyfriend's doing? How those people who actually have proximity to you, you can just send that information, those photos to them. Oh, just got engaged, just got married, having a baby, we're expecting. Here's the birth, child's graduation, all these different milestones. You just share it with your people rather than feeling the pressure of having to go and put it online.
That's true, because so many people online, not to cut you off, they not only judge it, but they get a piece of what's happening in your life without ever adding
in your life.
anything.
Parasocial relationships become
Because I've been to events where people will be like, hey man, I see the kids going crazy. Never said, hey, congrats. Never came to a track meet. Never.
What's crazy about that, Chiseled, was that's actually friends and family though.
Right.
People that we always see will like watch our stuff on social media to see how we're living and how our lives are.
Right.
Rather than, like you said, texting.
Right.
Checking in.
Right.
Seeing how you're doing.
And then
an actual photo from us.
And then the problem is they'll assume
Because
everything is peachy.
Because of what they see online.
Because of what they see. That's why a lot of times online, I don't like doing certain person. Like, I'm the type of person, I just do what I feel like in that moment. I don't overthink nothing when it comes to that.
That's easy, man.
100%.
If he has to think about it, he don't want to do it.
No, if I feel like posting a birthday picture, hey man, this is us at the, hey, shout out to the homie. Like, I'll think of it as a shout out real quick. It's your birthday, cool. If I don't do it, I don't pressure myself to like, oh snap, this such and such birthday, man. I better post my shout out.
Interesting.
I don't do that. Even with Nisha, on her birthday, I'll shout her out, just for recognition of helping her platform. But I'm not sitting there like, man, let me how can I cook this cook this post? I don't do that no more. I've done that in the past.
Right, exactly. Like for example,
We
your
sit here looking at
Valentine's
each
Day
other.
posts. You guys had a grandiose weekend. It was amazing to look
Yeah.
at. But then because I know y'all, it's not a situation where it's okay, I'm gonna be performative for social media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look how well I take care of my husband.
Yeah.
Look how well I take care of my wife.
Exactly.
There are people who call a spade a spade. It'll be a child's birthday. The kid just turned 1. They wrote a
Entire
thesis.
yeah.
Man, babe,
Like, this nigga just got
the
here.
kid never, Instagram might not
Oh my
exist.
God. I have a family member that actually does this, and I've been included in these posts. And I'm just
bro.
like, what the? This doesn't
Better
feel
stop doing
genuine,
that.
man.
Hey. Hold on, Kim. I just did that 2 weeks ago.
You talking about me, bro?
Yeah, and bro,
It's just kind of scary how he put it. Like,
no, but the thing
real.
with those is it's no issue to it, but then it gets to a point where
It's
if
performative.
it's performative,
Yeah.
So sometimes you got to have things in your personal life that's just for you.
Yeah.
Because if you put everything that's online, now you're going to be in a situation. What happens if that post goes viral? We know how social media works now.
Oh my
like
gosh.
TikTok, you could just do there's a brief video on an anniversary of yourself and your spouse or whatever the case is. It hit the algorithm.
Yeah.
You wake up, some 50,000 likes. Oh, wait a minute. Now people are going to be invested in your relationship.
Yeah.
and now they
And some people
keeping
not-
tabs
You
of.
talked about earlier of
people not ready for
when you
that.
did a review and you posted, you woke up and it grew to a bunch of views.
1.2 million.
You wake up, now all of a sudden you got a platform. Hey, I want to hear what your thoughts on this is. I want to hear what your thoughts on this
Yeah.
is. You think the same thing
And
gonna
people
happen
don't
in
be ready
relationships?
for that.
Yeah, and the part that hurts me the most is like when people go through divorces and real
Right.
life situations.
Yep.
And it's
People
projected.
report on them and talk about their personal lives. Like, I just put myself in those situations. Like, what if that was me? Like,
Right,
what if I was
right.
going through a personal behind?
But somebody at TMZ get a hold of it
Yep.
The whole
and be
world.
like,
I know the
And it's
couple,
already tough enough.
The chef,
yeah.
everybody. Them when they had now in their case, their relationship was public. It was online.
Yeah.
But they had already been together for, if I'm not mistaken, they were together since they were teenagers.
That's
Yeah.
a little different.
And here you
Over- they've been
are,
together for 20 years.
you end up out of nowhere. It's just they're posting videos, whatever. Then bam, break up. You post a statement or whatever the case is. Everybody who was already so invested in the relationship,
Yeah.
like, whoa, what's going on? People is immediately taking sides.
Sides,
You
yeah.
have no idea
You don't
what's
even
actually
know
happening
what
behind the scenes.
happened.
TMZ drop a video. For all intents and purposes, they could have been separated for
years.
for
a
months,
long time.
years.
Yeah.
Because remember, when you post stuff, you could just post stuff that's not even in the moment. Like
Yeah.
we were having a conversation off camera yesterday or maybe the day before. Like I'll post a video from 2 years ago. Now people will think it's in real time.
Like Nick Avocado
from
did
way
that.
before.
Yep.
So yeah, Nick Avocado
He did that.
He was posting like he was still large.
Yeah.
Then he's like, oh man, I'm one step ahead of everybody. I already done lost the weight.
Yeah.
You thought I was 500. I'm 186.
And-
so that type of situation where once you bring somebody into your world, I'm not going to say you become a slave to them, but once you start performing for those that are outside of what this is supposed to be, you lose the plot.
that's why you can't care about what other people are primarily. I mean, you want to gauge your audience business wise, but at the same time, that can also be a stumbling block from people creating the best thing that ever happened.
Well, I think what all y'all are saying is because I already realize how hard regular life is. I am trying to avoid the publicity of, oh, this is this in this situation, this, so we're gonna have this, and this is what this is. And if anything happens to
said a lot of
that,
nothing.
right? No,
said
no,
this.
I'm
You
saying,
said
okay,
this.
look
I
at the
got you,
title,
I got
right?
you, bro, I got you. Yeah.
Like these are the titles,
Yeah.
these are the labels, these are the roles, and if you don't perform these roles, then you're cooked and you're done. And my
Yeah.
thing is, if I'm already struggling through a situation that's a personal situation that has nothing to do with social media, if I got people on my comments saying stuff to me or saying stuff to that person, bro, like that is how people crash out. And I understand that. And I don't want my family being publicized to the media just because you're a social media star. So I think with me, there's a lot of security there where I just want to be careful.
And you have that right. You
Yeah.
could imagine that.
Yeah, imagine
I'm
that.
dead.
Yeah, but you know, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely
Bro,
right. You
I mean-
wouldn't want to open up the door
Man, bro.
to that possibility, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Okay, you know what? Since he's laughing, I gotta ask you a question.
No, but we'll
you got your question?
We'll get over there. But yeah, ultimately, that's the situation that you play that game. And depending on what it is that you're doing online, because if it got nothing to do with your business, you don't want to compromise that. And then again, with like what Dub was saying, once you open up that door and then now the relationship getting criticized, and Nisha, you touched on it as well with the insecurity portion, where if that person's unprepared for that, what happens then? Because you could have a perfectly fine relationship.
That's true.
All of a sudden, somebody say something in the comments, it could be a trigger.
Yeah.
It could be a trigger.
my
And now
God.
you having to reconcile for somebody who you don't even
Just-
know their
yeah,
existence
exactly.
outside
Why
of
you
an
didn't defend
account
me?
name. It could be a bot in India.
And we're women, so women are emotional.
Oh, she chopped, she ugly, all types of things. I didn't even think.
But you know, it's some women are more emotional.
Yep. She
than
looks
the
very
next.
good to me.
But you know, it may be a comment or
Right.
something that might trigger that person.
Or, oh, she bad. Why she with him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why da. And then now some women head
Get inflated.
and then they start believing the comments.
Oh my gosh.
To the
And the
sense of-
DMs are public. The
DMs?
Because you can shut off DMs in certain spots, but you still get messages.
Bro.
And before everybody can get a check mark
Yeah,
online.
yeah.
What happened if you start having more checks in your comment section,
Exactly.
more checks in your DMs than Nike? Now all of a sudden people are sending
that was a
messages left and right. I'm good at what I do.
could,
So
you
there's a
could.
bunch of
You
people
could.
who send, I don't know.
could.
If but yeah, so basically you got a bunch of people
still doing
who
that.
are sending
Absolutely.
in messages attempting to come and poach
Yeah.
you from who you've been with, and jealousy as well. I don't even know if that was something that we touched.
No,
There's some
jealousy,
people who,
true, yeah.
I see how he's taking care of her.
Yeah.
I see how she's taking care of
And
him.
I tell
You should do that for me.
No,
I'm gonna
it's
see if
just-
I can come in
no,
and
it's-
get you to take you away
It's
from.
not just friends. It could be family members. They can
Yeah.
see you doing something, and they would want to top what you're doing or compare their life
That's
to yours.
that's why I never like double dates.
Oh,
Oh my God, it's not a big
the conversation can go left so
That's
fast.
why I don't like double
So
dates.
how are you guys
Vacation,
doing?
You got
Yeah.
this going on.
Or
over
all the
here,
person
man.
got to do is mention, oh, such and such, man, surprise me with a trip to da-da-da-da-da. And the first thing you hear, that must be nice.
Or it's
Once
even
you
worse
hear
when
that-
they end up bringing, when was the last time that you what you
Yeah, yeah.
what you do? Where's this come from?
Dinner over.
Yeah, man, my boyfriend bought me a car. When was the last time your boyfriend did
Yeah,
something?
exactly.
You're like, oh, so
Then they
I
get to
remember
compare
I got some shepherd's pie. You know,
It's over.
He bought me my favorite shepherd's pie.
They got me some AirPods for Christmas.
Yup, and you're just gonna be sitting there like, damn, and now you comparing. Like, well, they got that going, but you don't know their situation. You
Once
could have
you-
been scamming to get the
Once
money.
yeah.
You don't know where they
He's
came
so
from.
Now
correct.
you want to scam
He's
gift.
right.
Right?
But I mean, hey, once you hear that must be nice, it's over. Dinner over. And you know, a lot of people in double, they do that and then they compare. What you doing versus what I'm getting. You know what I'm saying? I see him do that. Oh, he opened the door. Why you don't? And it's just like, fam, everybody relationship dynamic. Everybody
destruction.
bro. Everybody relationship dynamic is different. And the people that use me for example, I'm like, please stop using me as an example.
Oh, their goals.
Please stop.
Because
Yeah.
if you understood my struggles,
Yeah.
if you understood my struggles, you would be putting me on the wall too, like everybody else. You feel me?
Because you don't see the in between
You don't.
stuff.
You don't see
the
what-
social
how I
media's a
got
highlight
there.
tape.
Yeah,
it's
it
straight
is.
up highlight tape. They can make social media can make anybody life look like $1 million. Like you ever went to YouTube and you just search up the most obscure player, anything. You're in the car community.
Yeah.
There could be people who make a Buick look like it can compete with your Mercedes.
If you edit it the right
Just
way,
basically, you get the
sound
right
effects,
angles,
the right
you
angle.
can add in sound effects. The engine busting. No,
Or
it's not. The
it's all it-
transmission
yeah.
been blown since '98. What are we doing?
That's what I've been saying about how some women portray themselves online as they're something, and when they cut that camera off, it's a whole other person.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
And then I'm like, I'm
Yep.
telling people like, what y'all see on the internet is not. She might be looking like the perfect princess. Cook for you, clean for you, help you provide, mental break, everything. But in reality,
We made a point about that we were talking about with women, and I think for women, especially the ones that in the dating aspect, I kind of pivoted, but women in the dating aspect, because we are talking about social media and what you see online, I do feel like a lot of women, men too. I'm not even just gonna put this on the women, but I said the women because of people that we've met this weekend. So the thing is, people will use arguments that they hear online, apply it to real life. all men ain't ish.
Oh, man.
You generalize a lot of people because of a couple of people you dated.
Yeah.
And the problem with that is man, woman, woman, man. Whether you dating a man that ain't ish, there's gonna be a woman that ain't ish.
Yeah.
I feel like whatever floats your boat though, you ride that stream. But all I'm saying is you can't generalize all because of your experiences. You got to start thinking about, where am I going to find these people? Where am I usually at when I run into these kind of people? If it's a consistent place where I'm seeing this, if I'm getting this same type of toxic person from the club and I keep dealing with the same type of toxic person from the club, I'm gonna keep getting the same type of toxic ass end result.
And who's the
You feel
common
me?
denominator? Because at one point, especially if you happen to have somebody who's up in your late 30s, your 40s, you've been dating around.
Yeah.
You're constantly talking about, man, girls ain't this, dudes ain't it.
Yeah.
But you keep finding the bad apples.
Exactly.
What if you a bad apple?
Exactly. What if you riding
this
What
too?
if you a bad apple?
On his point, go ahead.
Right, exactly. There's so many times where you hear these takes where folks is habitual,
Giving the credit to
perpetual,
everybody else.
terrible daters. Everybody you dealt with was terrible. Everybody
It
you
can't
dealt
be
with
possible.
was narcissist.
They can't.
Everybody who you dealt with
Can't
you always
100% be negative,
Like,
yeah.
where is the introspection? Because if you were to ask somebody, what was the reason why your last relationship fell apart? What was the reason why your marriage
They
fell
never
apart?
point to themselves.
It's always a finger that's out. You're always not taking accountability. What could you have done better? What did you
Absolutely.
learn?
'Cause it's
What would
always
have
something you
adjusted?
could do
'Cause
better.
It doesn't matter how good the relationship is. You're constantly learning and you're attempting to get better. If nobody's a perfect being.
Nope.
Well, to piggyback off of what he said, kind of what I want to agree with you on is not only do they go to social media and they post, right, but they go to social media to validate what they're going through in that moment.
Oh, yeah.
The amount
Oh, yeah.
of dudes, which they get called panders or whatever, or
Simps.
just women. Yeah, look, man, if a
Panda
nigga not
bears.
doing this or doing that for that girl, and I'm just thinking, I get it, you getting views,
buddies.
you get into the bag, right? I understand, but it's like that doesn't make you right.
The
worst.
Women do are talking about their situation. My thing is, social media is not the place for that.
It's not, and it don't make you right because
That person, contact
Right.
that person. Stop putting your business.
Jeez.
I think internationally, period, whoever it is, whatever the situation is, it could be you lose your job, you lost your girlfriend, whatever the situation may be. Just stop putting it on social media.
Yeah.
Nobody needs. That's one thing that me and Warren both can relate to. Like if you go on our social medias, you will see family,
Right.
us
Right.
as a couple, doing little stuff, but we will never ever document real life stuff on our social
Right,
media.
right.
You don't
People
do it.
overshare. Like the times in which I've ever made videos about like reviewing people relations. Like for example, Steph Curry, Aisha Curry. I don't know all of the information about their relationship, but everything that I've heard about it from Aisha, I've heard unprovoked.
Yeah.
Why are you telling us you wish you could have been getting more attention?
Or Karsh's
from
wife.
Other guy. Why?
Yeah.
Now, even if you feel like, well, you know, he has women that are throwing themselves. Well, he's
not saying that.
He's visible, but is he responding to it?
not.
No.
He's not
He's
saying
coming
that.
home to you. You never heard anything regarding allegations of cheating. He's never publicly, excoriated you verbally. He's done nothing of the
But
sort.
she also has good things, like her cookbook is amazing.
Exactly. You've done good things.
You are a great chef. You cook amazing food. You're known as a woman that has all her morals.
She was invited.
Like,
She was invited to different shows.
Yes, like,
That's
she
how I
was
found
doing a
out.
bunch of stuff. Like you have success about you, and even if people were to believe, oh well, that's primarily based off who you're married to. Who gives a damn what they do?
Yeah.
They don't matter. Your peers have respect for you and everything. But once you come out publicly online and you showcase this is your insecurity, but then you bring your relationship into it, and then you open up that door, people will say, yo, you ungrateful. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And even if you aren't, you've now created a sector of people
course.
who are going to look at you like, yo, why you keep chatting? Like, you yapping.
I
You
don't see
doing
why
too
they
much.
both couldn't be. Because I mean, in a sense, I think she just wants to have that. You know how you with somebody that has a name.
Yeah, she wants that platform.
She wants that.
Same validation.
Right.
But it's like, I don't see why y'all both couldn't have that. Like,
Exactly.
You could have took your cooking thing, made a show with it. Like, I don't know if she has it. I haven't seen one.
I think she did have a show at one point.
Like, make yourself be in the spotlight.
Right.
So do what you're good at.
Or when I'm up at 5 a.m, dribbling a basketball, go get a Spalding too.
Yeah,
Let's hoop.
might as well.
You want to be,
Might as well.
you want to be
shooting
famous?
in the gym.
Join the WNBA then.
Social media, man.
Let's be the Currys. I'm over here, you over there.
Once you start to publicize and verbalize how there's a bit of a
Pick up a ball.
insecurity that exists over there, pick up a ball. But because if you take a look at LeBron James' wife, Savannah, she was just constantly playing the background for the longest. Now she got a podcast. Some people were on edge, like, oh, well, is she going to start exposing stuff about that? She doing her own thing.
Yeah.
And
Nothing
the
to do.
respect for her has since skyrocketed more because she not in a spot in which
Bro.
she's not leveraging her husband, which if she did,
I think he
that's
was
your
at one
husband.
time,
Who
it
gives a
was like
damn?
They were just throwing jokes at each other.
Right, they
She
just throwing
told her,
jokes.
Like it was nothing. She didn't have to go too much. What we doing this?
It's organic.
Yup, she didn't have to do
organic.
nothing. Like you're not trying to essentially pull from the lowest hanging fruit.
Yeah.
You can be your person, your own person, without having to take the shine from somebody else. And it doesn't feel like it comes from an insecure spot. I think too often, especially with the visibility that you got with social media, too many people want to be public figures.
Oh, yeah.
And you already a public figure if you're dating somebody who is public, like when we were talking about with
Exactly.
Megan and Clay.
Yeah.
It's a brand new relationship. None outside of those who really like care about people's relationship. Clay never really had nothing like super public like that, but Megan did, right? But now they're together, they're doing their thing. People are gonna have opinions all day.
Always.
But you're just a nameless gray face with an Instagram account.
Yeah.
Why would they have to give a damn what user 626 got to say in the comments?
Yeah.
You should.
Your girlfriend was outside, man. She was twerking everywhere.
Okay.
Okay. Man.
Yeah, so let's keep
She
going.
look good too. Yeah,
It
look,
don't
and she
matter.
look good doing it. Keep going. That's me, bro. To add to it, Michelle Obama,
Yes. Yeah.
the grandest of the stages.
amazing.
Like Michelle Obama played her role, and I'm not rude. No, she played her position.
And she holds her husband down.
Because if she was the president and Barack was just the first husband, he would have played his position.
Right.
Yeah. Nigga, you can't both be the president at the same time if you married.
You can't.
So somebody's gonna be somebody somewhere. And bro, it's crazy because people have infiltrated people's marriages.
Yeah.
People have infiltrated
Like that.
people's mind. So they infiltrate the marriage, they infiltrate the home, they infiltrate the kids, they infiltrate the parenting. Because when you got somebody like an Aisha Curry, who has one of the most famous husbands in the world,
Yeah.
and you mean to tell me all you thinking about is the fact that people throw themselves at him
And not at you.
and not you? You're not an ugly lady. You're doing your passion. I thought cooking was a passion.
Right.
People actually was talking about her
Yeah.
cookbook.
Turns out it's attention. Yeah. Right.
That's sad, man.
I was looking through it. I said, oh yeah, this right here is some stuff.
So I'm looking.
Right.
I'm trying to process that. Like,
Yeah.
like your hobby and your passion, you actually made a name for yourself.
Right.
It doesn't say Curry Wife's Cookbook.
Right.
Does
That's
it?
Aisha
Curry.
Or does it says Aisha?
It says Aisha Curry.
So you
Like-
keep cooking in your bag, and what your passion is, what's gonna come of that is gonna come of that. But that, you know what? Your passion.
All the money I got, you can invest in.
That was my thing. Like,
Restaurant.
she has all of the resources.
Let me get your resources, and I'm gonna do exactly what I want to do on my
And
content.
but here's
Yeah.
the flip side of that. You know what it made it do now? I know you ain't ready to have that conversation. It made niggas say, well, if Curry can't
Yeah.
make
You happy?
somebody happy,
Yeah.
And maybe
doing
I can,
good,
yeah.
I
Watch it
damn
out.
sure ain't doing.
Yeah.
What's the point of getting if Steph Curry,
That
I love God Curry,
Yeah.
on the sneakers Curry, ain't never been in no scandal Curry.
Yeah.
Can shoot the shot from
Can
the
shoot
moon.
the shot from the moon,
Can
Curry.
make it.
Can't
You
make
don't,
somebody.
he don't be rough. He ain't like a street type dude.
None of that.
You don't see him cursing. He
Nothing.
take care of his family, his kid. Everything's always about his wife. He big up his wife every time he get the chance.
Yep.
Curry can't.
Then I can't. Yeah.
Yeah.
It defeats.
Why
It
even
defeats.
try?
Why even
Why even
try?
try?
Around that time, Nick, and I'm glad that kind of died down. But a lot of people felt, and we got to realize, bro, a lot of people don't have real parents at home. Social media is raising people.
Yeah.
Their favorite
Yeah.
artist is raising you. Their favorite athlete is raising you. Like it is. People got picked up a basketball because of MJ. You know, people start playing football because of Dion. Start doing whatever because You didn't have that
Now we
role
competing
model.
against social media.
Fam, so now you rate.
Yeah.
So if I'm a social media kid, and I'm seeing, bro, if I was to do anything right, you mean to tell me my wife's still gonna be tripping? I'm rich as hell. I take care of my kids.
Bro, it's indoctrination at the end of the day now.
Right?
I mean-
and then the funniest thing about it is like, you ain't even there. Like the people who there, that's their life, but we can still speculate because in the case, it's like, all right, when they off air, they could be perfectly fine. But based off what they saying, you got to make your assumptions. That's why you can't fall into it. Like I'll provide my take. I'll move on with my life. There's some people who's like, literally, nah, man, this got to be going on.
Because
And
her
you
problem
concocted a story
her problem
in your
is she
mind.
didn't just say it once.
Right. She said it multiple times.
And I was just like,
she said it multiple times.
if Aisha say one more thing,
She did.
bro,
She said multiple
I'm like, I know Curry gotta be answering the
Because
phone
my
like,
whole thing was like, I could see she's somebody who just wants
wants
her
attention.
own individuality and attention there, but you gotta recognize it's gonna be at the behest of the relationship because you're continually trying to say, oh, well, I'm here, we on the same level. So why you competing with your husband? You don't need to.
That makes sense.
Together.
Yeah, together, yeah.
You don't need to.
not trying
But
to tear me down.
that's social media. That's
I
where
don't feel
it gets
loved the
bad.
right way. I don't
So
feel
you
like,
see it as
it gets
pretty
bad.
dangerous.
What she
Oh,
made
100%.
didn't she make a sexual comment, if I'm not mistaken? I don't
Well,
wanna lie.
she
said
it was,
something where people were
she
like,
was on the Real Talk show, and because she had so many different instances, it was ridiculous. Where the shirtless guy came out,
Yeah,
I guess
yeah.
she started jockeying and had her wedding ring, and the problem is, had she never made any remarks
or anything?
before, people would have thought, oh, it's just a regular innocent joke. Looking at it like, oh, hold on, wait a
what's
minute.
going on?
Now you
You
doing it.
oh.
She did that on.
So, and then you had that happen.
Nasty
Numbers
business.
and
Let
stuff.
Curry do that.
Man,
Oh no! You can't.
not
Double
gonna
standard.
survive.
We can't.
you're not gonna survive.
Sad to say, it is double standard.
Yeah, like even with Michelle Obama.
Hold on. It's
What? The
what?
first woman to say,
You said it's what?
this is history.
I be telling Nisha that all the time. She'd be like,
What was you gonna say about Michelle? Wait.
Well, it just be certain things we have to
No, I'm sorry. I just,
No, you good.
On Sunday, March 15th
Right.
at 7:16 p.m., the first woman ever to admit.
but it's,
So you
Standard.
be
it's a
admitting
double
that.
made history today,
Okay.
ladies and gentlemen.
admit in certain situations it is double standard.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
not-
That's crazy, bro.
yeah,
Right,
of course
right,
not everything,
right.
but it's some clear double standard
No,
moments.
yeah, like that's
Like-
if a man talks about anything provocatively or anything in front of people or you
Can't do that. Pig, yeah.
If Curry would have been on the real and a couple baddies would have walked out and he would have been like, oh,
He's an indecent man. What type of man is that? Oh my God.
They gonna zoom into the clip.
and you know what's crazy about? Let me show you how fake that. Let me show you how fake that show is. They all would have lit him up.
Yeah. They wouldn't have hesitated.
Hey,
Yeah,
you
they
go,
all
girl,
giggled.
do
Yeah,
your thing.
they
Oh
thought
my
it was-
God.
You go
bro.
be single like me. And
That crushes. When they encourage the hot girls like vibe, I feel like that can crush.
I think.
No, but the thing is, like with that, I
Yeah, go
think
ahead.
it got a little bit too excessive with that stuff. But if you're single, albeit I think they take it a bit too far with the hot girl stuff, a little bit, because it's like, yo, you getting way too promiscuous now. Like you're doing too much.
But the fact is,
Like,
who's
but-
selling that?
Yeah,
Be in
It'd
relationships.
be people in the relationship, right? Because you just see what's happening, and it'll be the same people. Like, man, I don't, like with Cardi, which is, I don't cook, I don't clean, but she was married at the time.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
But-
And they had videos.
With a maid.
But
Yeah, she doing all
had
that.
a
But
video.
she had- yup, she was doing it.
For dumb people.
Yeah, you do it for the dumb people.
Like she said,
But that's
one
the-
thing
but
about
that's
Cardi
the-
I
that's the
respect is she
problem.
always say She puts it, which you're right. She shouldn't put that out there for people to see.
Yeah.
And for some women, like you said, they live on social media, so
Right.
they think that
Right.
her words are really accurate.
So I can't.
Yeah.
So I can't respect it because this is why I can't respect that because
you're
But no,
taking
that's-
advantage of it.
She'll post a video after that.
I can't
showing
respect
her
it.
doing all those
I
things.
can't respect it because if I use my platform to go tell a young nigga to go do some BS, whether he's stupid or not, I just influence
put the
somebody
battery pack in your
to
back.
potentially go do something.
never
Now
looked at it
you
like
may not see the second video
Yeah.
because you know how the algorithm works.
Yeah, I might miss that one.
You might miss that one at one time, but you
It's
just
not- yeah, go
you
skip
notice
this one.
you notice how people always see the bad stuff.
Because that's what's encouraged.
That's always
Yeah,
what's
it's
encouraged. But the good stuff, you're gonna kind of, there's gonna, like when I post a scripture or a Bible study or something, the views be down. Let me turn up or something like that.
That's very true.
1,500 people in the story and all that. But a scripture, how?
what
I
is
got some thousands of people. You mean to tell me you ain't think I did a party the next day? It's something about that. AI is reading all this stuff. I think we don't realize that it's to a point now where AI is getting to know us very well and very fast. And it can read a post It can read how you want something to go. You just give it a script. It's being able to tell based off of what we're putting online, based off of the history and algorithm. Like, man, I wouldn't be surprised if it's just I ain't gonna say, but yeah, no, I mean, it's just social media is, yeah, it's in that place, and people know they're not scared to overshare. And the thing is, people are become so comfortable with oversharing that's kind of like the norm now. Like,
Man,
you will hear and see
story
the
times,
things.
whole relationships,
Just everything that went on.
It's
just
affecting
like,
dating now because there's people on TikTok where they're pretty much publicizing them going out on dates.
Yeah.
And there was a
The
girl
speed
who was
dating,
upset because she had went out on a date with a guy. He discovered her TikTok, and then he ceased communication with her. He's like, yo, I'm not about to just become content.
Yeah.
Like, you mean to tell me you've been posting these types of videos now for a year plus? You've been going on 89, 90 some dates. I'm just date number 94, video number 94.
I think
Versus
about that.
being somebody who's actually searching for a genuine connection.
just
That's
wanna
not
go
about to
talk.
happen.
She's just
So
getting
why
content.
bother?
Smart dude. I mean, he knew what he wanted, what he was going to accept.
Because you have to consider, is that a life that you ultimately want to end up living where everything is public? Could you imagine you on a date, camera got to come out. You going somewhere with the family, camera got to come out. Everything becomes content.
Yeah.
So you got to have something for yourself.
You got to at some point.
You got to have something for yourself.
No, that was good, man. That's a good point, and a lot of these points are good. And again, these are just our opinions on a lot of this stuff. I always say, bro, take what you hear with as a grain of salt, man. Apply how you think. Understand what's worked. Take the good from a lot of things. You learn from the bad, but try to take and apply the good things to your life, because you'll never be perfect, fam. You'll never hit it all like how you're supposed to. You're not going to post how you're supposed to. You're not going to say everything correct online. You're not going to say everything correct when you talk about how you feel about things. It's okay for being you in a moment, but understand growth allows you to understand that, hey, how I was thinking before, I don't think like that no more. Or maybe I was incorrect about this. It's nothing wrong with us making mistakes. And I think it's the problem we have today is everybody is designed to think we're perfect while we're seeing a bunch of imperfection stuff happening. Like, we're almost playing our mind. People want you to live perfect while a bunch of BS is going on. Even in our office, we seeing a bunch of stuff that's happening that doesn't make sense to what's being told to us. And it's conflicting people. And I want people to understand, you will never be perfect. Only man was perfect, got crucified. So if they can do that to Jesus, you cooked. So stop stressing over things that don't make sense and what people gotta say. Make sure you and God is right, and you are doing what you're supposed to do as a human being to better yourself every single day. Because everybody online gonna have something to say, whether it's positive or not. You can put out the best speech. You can be doing all kind of community service. But why he ain't helping somebody else?
Yeah.
What did you do though? Like, what did you do on a Saturday morning? This person got up and did this, but what did you do? And that's one thing I'll say, and I'll end on that, because people do that too. People be doing stuff. People will pass away or a situation happen. You only gave 10,000.
Glorilla just had a situation with her family. She had to just cut off her sister and her mama because
old girl that's getting popular now, right? The sister.
Oh, she is.
She leveraged that.
She leveraged it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she leveraged it,
bro. At the destruction of your own family.
Yeah, bro.
Is that what they call her?
Yeah, that's what
Bro, Rilla is
female, right?
Yes.
Can she rap? Is she rapping like her sister?
Man, that pocket watching is crazy.
Her and Gorilla have the same exact face. Like they're very similar in like facial.
She got the teeth, or she?
No, she don't have the
I hope she don't got the southern, that twang.
No, she do that merging. Yeah, she talk just like that.
I don't know where she was made in a lab or something. I ain't never heard nobody.
It's Memphis, bro.
That's crazy.
Like, Memphis people talk like
Do the white people from Memphis talk like that?
Some of them do.
Because I know
heard some of them,
Louisiana
like,
got that
talk like
tough
that.
southern drawl.
Yeah.
They got that, but it seemed like they made up something like Finesse 2 Times. I had just
Oh,
video
Finesse
where he
2
said
Times, yeah.
Merc. Like
Merc,
Merc. I ain't
yeah.
never heard no Merc as milk in my
Milk,
life. He just made that
I
up.
was confused just now.
Yeah,
I can't wait till the
he said with a
context.
can Merc. I said, excuse me,
Cam Merc. Yeah.
Merc. I thought he was saying something else for a second. Then somebody said milk. I said, this is
Where did
ridiculous.
the L go though? Like,
That's what I'm saying. How does Merc? Where does all
Poverty took it.
Like even speech pathology, the mouth
He
don't
said
even
the
make that
poverty
happen.
ticket.
The poverty
crazy.
took the
Clearly.
hell out of milk.
Clearly.
So M-E-R-K, Merc.
Hey, you're a product of your environment. We
ain't right.
We ain't got milk. We got murk, and it was spelt that way
They mixed
too.
the water with
Canned murk. So at
I
that
love
point,
my people, bro. We something else, fam. But yeah,
man.
yeah, nah, man. This is a really good episode.
Yeah,
man.
for sure, for sure,
I
for sure,
enjoyed
for
the
sure.
conversation, the therapeutic conversation, just the being able to kind of go how we feel about WWE. Our week so far is South by Southwest, man. Still enjoying ourselves.
Last night here for me and
The Oscars,
Nisha,
you know,
yeah.
tonight. We about to see him turn
Oscars
up and
tonight,
see.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
Oscars tonight.
But I will say,
Michael B. Jordan, hopefully.
hey man, I hope Sinners make history. I hope they make history, and I hope they sweep. I'm very proud of what they've been able to do, bro. The movie was so good that people were just talking about wishing they could just watch hours and hours of just behind the scenes of them making it, and people been doing that. That just shows you how captivated by the visual and the story that they were able to put together, fam. Just an idea, fam. An idea that was built by a team. Ryan Coogler, Michael B. Jordan for playing both the roles, the cinematographers, and I mean, just everybody who had hands on it, bro. It just shows you how many people it takes to come up with something. You feel me? So if you're on the same, interest with anything, bro, if you want to go fast, go by yourself. But if you want to go far, take a team with you. Go with a group of people. But before we end it, last night, very, very funny moment happened last night. Very, very funny moment happened last night, bro. We were enjoying ourselves on 6th Street. And I'm probably not going to go into details about exactly what happened, but when I tell you, I had some of the most fun last night that I've had in a while. I've had one of the best laughs from last night that I didn't have in a while. I had to sit down and take a breather, how hard I was laughing. But yeah, these guys know what it was. I'll probably talk about it later on, but visually, the things that we saw, things was just happening.
Things was happening so fast.
When a bunch of people are lit on one street, it's just bound to be a movie.
Yeah.
Especially people paying $20 to hold a steak for 2 seconds.
I mean, literally.
That's
I don't know who would do something like that.
crazy.
That is wild, man.
Yeah. And I got a picture of the person on my phone, so
Yeah.
you never know. It might be the thumbnail.
Dude was stripping, bro.
Yeah, very much. Held it for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
$20. I ain't seen a scam like that.
That's Enron. I don't know what. Like,
I was like,
And he put up the most generic.
hey,
Yeah, I mean,
hey. Try again.
but
Well,
don't
yeah.
like
I
his
mean,
money. That's
Yeah. Just gave it away. I think he tapped too, didn't he? Yeah. I think the dude tapped.
He
Put his
tapped
card.
to hold a
Got
snake.
close to that leg. Went up.
Hey man, you like it? I love it.
Yep. But yeah, other than that, man, we are enjoying ourselves, man, and we're gonna go ahead and try to top last night. I'm just talking, but we definitely enjoyed ourselves, man. The concerts, everything just been really dope, man. So again, shout out to the homie Chiseled fam
For sure.
and Kim and Nisha for joining us as well. It's always a dope thing when the wife is able to come in and give her opinion and grace us with her time. But shout out to the homies, man. Definitely make sure y'all go support the homie Chiseled. Get the homie to 1 million. His Instagram, social medias, and everything is going crazy. I'm talking about the first person that pops up on my feed every time I open my phone.
yeah.
That's true.
Now I gotta make sure I'm not at in an environment. You never know, bro.
yeah.
People be sending the wildest clips.
Yeah.
Man, I'll be like, hey, this ain't the moment for this that's going on right here, bro. And shout out to the homie Kim as well, man, doing this thing as well. We'll have the links to their social medias as usual and the links down below. Go support, go show love, go share, do whatever you can to help push people, good, genuine people.
Yeah, for sure.
Good, genuine people. And of course, me and Nisha had to redo our channel. So go support. And Nisha be killing it on social media. Man. She's being real consistent. She's the one that be making me record. You feel me? And you gotta love that, man. Need that push. And she's definitely been that. And Ross, Just Ross.
Yeah. Sounds about right. Sounds about right.
But Kim couldn't wait.
Just Ross.
Kim couldn't wait.
Sounds
He
about
couldn't
right.
wait.
He couldn't wait.
I mean, you see me and Ross all the time.
Hey,
It's
if
just like,
we
what's
ever
one of
hop
me?
on the game again together, that's my arch nemesis over there, man.
We already yards them. You always leave us hanging in Lethal Company.
Company, yeah, bro.
All right, guys. I'll be right back.
Come back, everybody.
He make that same sound. We should play Lethal Company again.
Definitely should. We got the new update. Let's run it back, man.
Yeah. All right.
All right, y'all. It's out.
We were gonna end it so well too. Peace.
This is the ITC Podcast, man.